Kings of Leon, California Waiting on XFM 104.9. Do you know what, Steve? We get emails and, we got our posters up around this show and people enjoy it. But I don't think we get the credit we deserve for picking the music.
It's true.
Because we're totally unplaylisted, and I don't know if people know about this, that mine and Steve's sort of first passion before comedy is probably music. We're really, we love playing each other sort of records and that. And maybe when we come back, we should do a show where there is no pressure to, like Carl doesn't press the buttons for us, pre-record it, where we just swap each other's sort of ideas for music.
It'd be like the Ricky Gervais compilation tape.
Well, sort of like, we're not talking John Peel, where we're trying to find obscure Belgian jungle and do demos. It'd be everything from, Kings of Leon, Lou Reed, maybe a bit of 80s stuff that people have forgotten about.
Beautiful songs.
What do you think?
I'd love to do that, Rick. I mean, genuinely, there's nothing more exciting to me than introducing to someone a song which they then go on and they love and they listen. Maybe they buy the album.
But that's something to think about, maybe for later.
Yeah. Well, it's like you say, the pressure to kind of come up with some, high caliber chat between each record. It takes a toll.
But and that's it's a passion of ours, and we'd love to. But now it's Rockbusters.
Bad Time from the Jayhawks on XFM 104.9. Steve Roach and Ricky Gervais. Karl.
We're having a good time.
We are indeed.
All right, yeah. Karl, what you got lined up for us now?
Right, well, you've got a choice.
Nearly Dead.
You can have a bit of educating.
Yeah, let's have educating. Come on.
Educating, Ricky. Actually, can we just clarify what this is? I think a lot of new listeners perhaps aren't familiar with this.
It's when Karl looks on the internet and finds a weird story about, the double knob fun, and tells me about it, and it's usually not true.
Okay.
If it is true, I know it already. Go on then, Karl.
They're not really weird stuff, it's just stuff that's gone on. That's interested me, that's all it's about, and I educate about it.
I should just confirm that we've had a number of emails that say the baby born without a knob and then having one transplanted from a baby that luckily enough had two knobs is apparently true.
Right, listen. So, I don't question that you could be born with a deformity and get someone's, fingers, knobs, What I'm saying is, it didn't happen with the doctor goes, I'll leave with it. I don't believe it. That baby's got two knobs.
Exactly.
What a coincidence. I bet that little bit of information isn't in there, is it?
Sure.
That he went out the door, I'm going to get a coffee, came back, bloody hell, hold on, no, here's an extra knob, I found an extra knob. We can put that knob on there. Perfect. Travis, writing to reach you on XFM 104.9, all right?
A couple of emails here trying to respond to our requests for nursery rhyme related information.
Oh, go on.
Nikki Williams says that she was at infant school and she had a nursery rhyme book, and in the book, and this may just be the illustrations, but apparently the 10 in the bed in there were small baby monkeys, which you'll be loving, Karl. But again, I suspect that might just be the illustration that accompanied
I remember I had a book of nursery rhymes when I was little, and my brother, he was older than me, I was about 5, so he was about 16, and I remember him and his mate just absolutely cracking up, because it said, up Jack got and home did trot as fast as he could caper. He went to bed and bandaged his knob, N-O-B, with vinegar and brown paper. I've since found out the knob is like the old English for head, but I didn't know why they were laughing.
Of course.
They were just cracking up. This was, whenever one of my mate's brothers came around, he said, where's your nursery rhyme book? And he'd read it to him. Yeah. And it was just the funniest thing in the world.
The brown paper and vinegar was a popular method, because didn't Jack and Jill use that? They used something similar.
No, that was Jack and Jill.
That was Jack and Jill.
Yeah, that's Jack when he broke his crown, which obviously, that means his head as well, doesn't it? Yeah. So he's fractured his skull on a sort of like an outcrop of rock. Yeah. And then...
is that still used, the brown paper and vinegar?
I don't think it is.
I don't know, maybe in Manchester they're still using that, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Tracy and John Burton say that they reckon a Humpty Dumpty was actually a cannon that used to sit on the walls of the castle in Colchester where they live.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that would make a lot more sense.
Sat on a wall, had a great fall, the King's couldn't put hands together again. So he had they broke the cannon, or it meant it exploded.
Maybe the cannon fell apart.
Because people used to get blown up by cannons just doing it wrong, didn't they?
Sure.
Which is hoist by your own petard.
Right.
Where that comes from. Right. Coming back and blowing up in your face.
So that makes slightly more sense, because you would want to send for the King's Men then.
Yeah, and the horses.
I think the horses just came along anyway.
That was quicker.
Sure.
The quick King's Men, it took them about 3 minutes, with the horses there in about a minute. So, but I mean, if it blew up, there's nothing I could do.
Yeah.
So we got to the bottom of that. See, the educational, Karl. See, this is real education. You know what I mean?
It's got a bit heavy though, doesn't it?
What? Humpty Dumpty? Yeah, it has got a little bit heavy. Let's dumb it down a little bit. What do you want to do? Mary, quite contrary?
We're doing Rockbusters in a bit.
Hang on a minute.
What?
Before you even get to Rockbusters, oh, man alive, there are loads more verses to Old Mother Hubbard.
Are there?
I'm going to digest these while we play the ads, and I'll see if there's any salient information I can give you afterwards.
Brilliant.
Moving on, what's the next one?
Would she be able to breastfeed?
Yeah. And she'd be able to do it standing up while he was on the floor.
Talking of nipples.
Hey, come on.
There's a lovely juicy pair over there.
Okay, I think that's the last show. People should actually phone in and speak to Carl and try and convince him.
forget that.
Yeah, what's the number, Steve?
Forget that. We haven't got time.
Yeah, he hates answering it. We'll do it during the record.
Leave it.
Phone in if you want to speak to Carl, if you know the number. Call in, try and convince Carl to kiss a little nipple.
Don't want to.
Rick, I should just point out that I feel...
Don't answer back!
Come on, I think Carl has offered nothing there. I think those educating Rickies were appalling. And the only thing that would redeem the show is if he kissed the nipple.
Kiss the nipple. Phone in if you want to speak to Carl. If you know the number, call in and try and persuade Carl while this record is on. We'll answer the phone. Phones are still going mad. Answer one. Just put with someone out. Kings of Leon, California waiting. He was rude. He's so rude to people. They phone up and they say, "Oh, kiss his nipple." And he goes, "Yeah, all right." And he hangs up on them. Answer the phone. Put them on air. Answer the phone and be nice to whoever it is. Be nice to them at least.
Putting people on the air.
Hello.
Carl.
Yeah. Speak to Carl.
Why don't you speak about that human monkey that was on the other day?
Old news, man. How long have you been listening?
Listen, can we forget the monkeys? What do you think of his nipples?
All right, then just kiss his nipple then for...
I'm not going to kiss his nipple.
I'd do it for 500 quid easy.
Would you?
Yeah.
But why? Why do you want me to do it anyway? What are you getting out of that?
Oh, come on, mate. 500 quid. It's worth it.
Yeah, but...
He's got the money. You'll probably get more out of him if you want.
It's not about the money, really.
If I could think of Suzanne. Suzanne, you come home 500 quid and go, there you go. Just kissed his nipple, 250 quid each.
She gives me more.
It's not hard.
It's not happening. Right, it's not happening.
Did you just cut him off then?
Well, there's another fella there.
Who's that?
My name's Linda.
Right. All right, Linda, you all right?
What would make your day, Linda?
If Carl actually gave it a lick, not just a kiss.
Forget it. Go on. I think what else has gone on?
Well, while you're thinking, Carl, I should just tell you now, you threw that question out earlier, why are ginger people historically mocked? We've had a couple of responses on the text, 83XFM. Again, as ever with XFM listeners, don't believe what they say, don't trust what they say. But one of them...
Have we got any respect for anyone in the world?
Get back to you. Pete in Tooting, now, again, I think this is nonsense. He claims that the reason ginger people are disliked is because Judas was ginger. From the Bible. I don't know where he's come up with this idea.
No, I've heard that.
But are there a great many people from, the Middle East who are ginger?
Well, that's probably why he stood out.
Sure.
And he was probably fed up, and he thought, I'll get him back. Yeah. Maybe...
Unless he had his hair dyed ginger when he was on the witness protection scheme. Which presumably he had to go into after all came out in the book.
What did he do? What
did he do?
He stitched him up, didn't he, to the Romans, didn't he, Judas? Did he do it for 40 pieces of silver or something? I'm not big on the Bible, but apparently...
Incidentally, if you'd like us to stitch up any kind of Messiah for 40 pieces of silver, just get in touch, 83XFM. We're willing to do that for you as well. So that's one explanation. There's another one here, which is, again, I don't believe this for a moment. It says, ginger people get a lot of stick because in Elizabethan times, people with ginger hair were told that their mother had slept with the devil. And that was why their hair was ginger. So there's two options. Maybe if you've got some more, you can any more spurious thoughts, then get in touch. The Pogues, Rainy Night in Soho. I hope there isn't a rainy night in Soho tonight, Rick. I'm sure you're one of those who agrees with me. Listen, we just had an email here from a guy called James Lee. He says, hi, just writing a bit of info on the scientists in Antarctica. I'm a scientist who's just come back from one of the Antarctic bases called Halley. There are 15 people staying there over the Antarctic winter. The scientists are looking mainly at the atmosphere, things like the ozone hole and meteorology. Right. I think there are 6 scientists staying over the winter, as well as a doctor, electrician, mechanic and a carpenter and so on. And so he's saying they do listen, they have the internet, so they maybe could listen to the show on the internet. And if you get the chance, say hi to Francis and the rest of the winter is for me. Sure, no problem. Yeah, thanks, James. But yeah, there they are. That's what they're doing. That's what they're up to.
But why are they asking you for a message though? When I mean, have these people got families and that, or are they convicts or?
No, what do you mean? Of course they probably do get messages from their family.
Well, why are you doing one for one? Is that... I mean, do you know, like you see it in like porridge and stuff like that, where if someone's in prison and no one visits them, and they sort of look a bit fed up and that, is this message that you're doing for like people who don't get a letter in the post from...
Brilliant. So they put this on the shelf until someone doesn't get one. All right, Hargreaves? Yes, sir, I didn't get a message today, sir. You have got a message, Hargreaves. I've what, sir? Hargreaves, you have got a message. Really, sir? From Ricky Gervais. Really, sir? And then they give it... Don't talk, please. There are scientists listening. Try to keep the talking shit down to a minimum today.
What's annoying me is, right, they're saying this stuck over there for months, but it seems to me like they're wasting a lot of time. Right?
Why?
Well, you're saying they probably watch DVDs. They're saying they've got internet access.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well, I'm wrong.
Listening to messages, get the job done and go home.
Well, well, then we don't have to tell them anything then, because they listen to the internet. If they've got the internet, then, it's a waste of time. Good point. Play a record.
Well, hang on, before that, here's a good point. You've had a long time to research what's been going on in the world. We just had an email here from Nicholas who says, why haven't you told them about the recent Pig Olympics that just went on in China? You've missed that one, Carl, once again.
Who won?
XFM. Anthony and the Johnsons. Isn't that beautiful?
Interesting. Hope
There's Someone on XFM 104.9. And Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant, and Karl Pilkington. Well, Karl, more revelation. We were talking about it last week, but Karl brought it up again, just now. Didn't want to go to the doctors, didn't want to have a full sort of body checkup that may save his life, because he saw on the website they do a test where they have to insert a finger in his arse.
Oh, don't tell me about it.
Why?
Don't put it on the website. Just we look at your heart.
Yeah.
We'll check your blood pressure out.
Yeah.
And then they could just do it quickly. Could just sort of say, right.
How do they do it quickly?
No, but what I'm saying is it's worse, isn't it? Going in there knowing that... I mean, they've got it on the website. So you're on the journey on the bus thinking, in about 20 minutes I'm going to have a finger up my arm.
But they're doctors.
Yeah, but
They're not doing it for a laugh. They're not filming it with a two-way screen. They're not putting on boxing gloves so it hurts more. They're up. Oh, his prostate's all right. Out again. Out again.
I'm just saying, in the day, the sort of...
Do you think they're in the pub going, here he comes? It's Pilkington. I had my finger up his arse today.
Do they allow ladies to do that? Do they allow female doctors to do it?
Of course they do. They're doctors.
No, that's worse. Then.
You're sounding like him.
No, I'm just interested in, because, do they allow female doctors to do the finger up the arse thing?
Well, of course they do. They're doctors. Forget the female and male. They are doctors.
Right, do you know any female doctors to do that? But what I mean is, isn't it a bit like if you're being searched at an airport, and you're a woman, they send in a woman person to search you. They don't send in a bloke to do it. Is that the same thing?
Yeah, they probably trust someone who's gone through 6 years medical college not to be taking the piss as opposed to a fat security guard who couldn't get anything else. Do you know what I mean?
You're talking about there's doctors all the time coming out in the papers, they gave them this so they could look at their boobs or whatever, or, it's all, you're always hearing stuff about dodgy doctors.
But what I'm saying is, the reason why they do that security, because there's lots of security people, and they can, for your own, for the, your own modesty, there's a female one to search females and a male one to search males, and that's fine. But there's not like 4 or 5 GPs to choose from, and you go in there and you go, is it your arse and testicles? Do you want a bloke or... you accept
what if they've got
it.
long fingernails?
They don't have long fingers. What do you think this female GP looks like? She's sitting behind the desk like Cruella de Vil with cleavage and long red false nails, going, "Hello, love, bend over. This may hurt a little bit." There's gloves and Vaseline. I don't believe there's 2 of you now in the room, Karl. They're doctors. They have to. What would you rather do than put the hand down your throat and round your alimentary canal to feel your arse? It's a quicker way in.
You seem to know a lot about these doctors who stick fingers up people's asses. You're a very well-informed gentleman about this sort of thing.
Well, say if they did find something,
yeah,
would you then have to get like a second opinion, so someone else's finger?
Well, no. They test it to see if there's anything suspicious. That it's usually a swollen prostate, which can be anything. So they catch it early, and that's it. They feel up there.
But if you want a second opinion, then the same doctor will just stick a thumb up and have a feel around then. Yeah. So it always works in the same way.
Yeah.
Well, if there's a doctor who can, I don't know, put me at ease. I mean, surely there's another way around it. I don't believe that. I mean, what is this? 60 million people or something in the world, isn't they? 60 billion or something?
Well,
6 billion, something?
Yes, you got it.
Right.
You hit it. Well done.
That's good work.
Right, so yeah, there's 6 billion, did I say?
Yeah, what's 6 billion then?
Loads, isn't it?
Yeah, but
So if you want a doctor to phone up to assure you that the finger at the bum thing's not painful and that it's necessary and
Just
that
that
it's
it's
not just someone
necessary,
trying to get
really.
kicked.
Just that it's not an easy way round.
All right, what's
You
the
know what I
phone
mean?
number here?
It's changed, haven't they?
oh,
You're the producer!
Hang on, here it is. 0871 222 1049, and I think you select option 1. It tells you anyway what to do.
please, if you're a GP or if, you know, even if you've completed medical, I mean, we want a qualified doctor, really. Anything else is not good enough for Karl Pilkington. We'd love to. You can ask him all the other questions because you know, Karl, as I said last week, he doesn't feel his own testicles because he doesn't like the feel.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'd like a doctor to explain to him how necessary that is.
And this is truthful as well. I've got very slight pain around the genital area at the moment, and I think it might be some kind of groin strain, but I'm a little bit anxious, not entirely sure
Yeah,
what it is.
you've been with me twice when I've gone along to get them checked.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, what's that?
Yeah.
It's terrible. I mean, but, you know, it's usually... You're I think you're in a pretty low risk, aren't you?
I'd hope so.
You're coming out of the 20s. I think testicular sort of... I shouldn't be doing this. I'm not qualified. All they said was to me sort of like it's 20s and 50s.
Mine-
So we're into...
Mine sort of felt like they dropped a bit the other week when I was on holiday. I don't know if that's like when you're relaxing or I was wearing shorts a lot.
How far? If it's 2 foot, it's too far.
I was having problems walking.
What do you mean?
No,
Why?
it was just a bit, I had shorts on all day, I'm happy and walking about on the beach, what have you. And then at the night, when I put some long trousers on, I was sort of walking like a rickets.
They probably like stretch a little bit. Sometimes, I told you when I was about 18, I was scared. I went to the doctor. I felt a pain, right? And because I was doing biology, I thought I'd show off this doctor. I said, I've got a pain. I think it feels like it starts in the epididymis and goes up through the urethra either. And he went,
Finger up the arse.
he said, your jeans are too tight. They're squashing your balls. So we want a doctor like that.
So what's the phone number again?
It's 0871 222 1049.
A qualified
What do you
doctor.
mean your balls drop though? We've got to come back to this.
I don't know, they just felt like, it's not too bad at the moment. I was alright on the way in, but it was just...
I feel twinges all the time, but you never know whether it's just because they're
no,
in...
but they felt like they weren't my own. Do you know what I mean? They sort of felt a bit like these are...
There wasn't a bloke standing really close to you, was there? And
You
you
didn't
just
get them mixed up, did you, on the way back? On the flight back?
felt
Someone
a
else
bit
has got
more-
Well, take a leaf out of nudist books. They just walk around. They've got nothing on
it.
it.
About nudists.
Why?
Well, let's play this ad break and that. And
Have you had another encounter?
if we've got time, I'll tell you about it.
Have you really?
Oh.
XFM.
Right, we've got who's that on the line?
It's Rob.
Rob, and are you a doctor?
I'm a final year medical student. I'll be a doctor in 2 months, touch wood.
That's close enough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Excellent. So, where do you study? Do you want to give more details, or do you want to remain anonymous as you're calling in to
I study at Barts Hospital.
All right, great. So, why do GPs sometimes put their finger up a man's anus?
To see what's there. You know, if you've got hemorrhoids, if you've got an enlarged prostate, you know, it's either that or they stick up a big tube and have a look up with a light.
What?
And it's easier to do that.
Now, are you dumbing this down for us, or are you going to fail your medical exams by saying stick up a big tube with a light?
I'm dumbing it down.
Okay, come on then. We're all intelligent people here, and Karl. So you tell us what's that called?
It's called a sigmoidoscope.
Right.
Nice. That was a clever test, wasn't it, Rick? I
12
think he's a real
inch long,
doctor.
Yeah.
12-inch long tube that they can put up there.
So, Karl, would you prefer that or a finger?
Well, so do they sort of do the finger first, and then? I mean, at what point do they say, "Hang on, we need a light here"? I mean,
It's normally if there's something wrong.
but so if I go then, say if I go to this well-known clinic, right, and
Yeah.
they go, yeah, the art's good and that, yeah, finger, there you go, and then they go, hang on, I'm going to go and get me light and tube. I could start worrying then because they've sort of found something.
And they're not likely to go straight in with the tube. They'll probably send you off some tests first.
But Carl, there's
in a
nothing.
hospital.
But you go to these places to put your mind at rest and to know where you are with your health. I mean, it's not that you go along. That's what most people worry about. They think that because I'll go along and they'll find something. Well, one, that's illogical. It doesn't heighten the fact they'll find something because you go along. And two, if they do find something, it's a good job you went along. I mean, I'm a hypocrite because I don't go to the doctor, but you know, I've had that
Carl,
done.
you should be concerned if when they shine the little light in your ear, it comes out the other side of your ear.
No,
the other ear
but
comes right
Rob-
out the other side. That's when you should be worried.
But Rob, right, you said then, if they find something, they send me off for some tests. Why can't I just have the test without that and cut out the middleman? Do you know what I mean?
Because you're wasting lots of money.
There's hundreds of tests they could do, and they could do every test, and they could all come back with nothing, or they could do the finger up there and send you for the 3 tests you need to find out what's wrong with you.
But in this day and age, with all the technology and that, and like brainy doctors and all that, the only way to find out is sticking a finger up there.
What are you worried about, Carl? Is it fundamentally that this doctor who's has done 6 years medical training, is it embarrassing to have a man's finger up your ass?
I just don't understand how you can get round to that without...
But what don't you like? Is it fundamentally you don't like anything up your ass, or is it the fact that it's a man's finger up
Well,
there?
I don't like going to the doctors. It makes me nervous, because I think if anyone searches you long enough, they're going to find a fault with you, right? And especially if they're going that far into you. They're going to find something. And...
Probably not.
Well, you never... I just don't... I don't know how to get round to that sort of... that point where you get a... What do you talk to the doctor about? And he's like, all right, nice day. Strap your trousers.
He goes, he says, I'm gonna just,
Most people just shut up and let you do it, and then breathe a sigh of relief when you say there's nothing there.
yeah.
But is that at the end of the test, or is that the first thing he does?
It's the last thing.
So that trousers up out the door.
Because he knows it ends conversation. He knows it's a bit of a faux pas. The doctor says, "Oh, I better not kick off with a finger up the arse." What I do is I'll start on with the the head, and then we'll then go. Oh, one final thing, Mr. Pilkington.
So Rob,
he drops his keys and he goes, "Pick them up." And as you bend over,
will you be doing this, Rob? Is this what you're like open to do? You do all these.
I'll have to do it at some point. All doctors do it at some point, no matter what they specialise in.
So the first one, is the another doctor there to sort of make sure you're doing it right?
Not dentists.
No, but do you know?
Dentists aren't doctors anyway.
But do you know what I mean? Like, normally it's like a co-pilot will have someone with them for the first one. So when you put your first finger in,
Yeah.
will someone be there going, right, you just want to move to the
Well,
left
I've
of it?
already done it.
Have you?
Yeah. So that's the thing with a student, you're learning. So you get people teaching
And you
how to
learn
do
on-
these things.
Can I just point out, Rob? I think I'm right in assuming that you have a glove on
Yep.
and there's lubrication
Yep.
and it doesn't hurt.
No.
There you go. What are you worried about,
But
Carl?
who's this person who everyone's testing on in your class?
It's not one person.
One person. There's like, when a patient comes in and they've got a problem, your boss, the consultant, he does his finger up, and if
Yeah,
he
but-
finds something, he goes to the patient, is it alright if the student has a feel as well? Then the
Well,
student puts on a glove, puts the leave on the glove, and sticks his finger up and sees what he comes out with.
Rob, I wish you could see Carl's face. I mean, his face when you said, and he says, can this fella have a go as well? He looked horrified. That he thought it was a free-for-all, like there's a queue of people trying on gloves and going, let's have a go. That looks good up there. What have you found?
No, I mean, how come you had to sort of... Is it not something you could test on yourself rather than waiting for other people to come in? Because then, you know...
It's
Cause
an
then you
awkward position to get to, really, isn't it?
well, but you can have a good rummage then without feeling too awkward, but to sort of have a go on your first patient when you don't really know what you're looking for anyway, do you know what I mean?
Never really thought about it.
Because you don't... If you've never done it before... You pop your finger in there, and you've got to sort of look. You've got to have an expression on your face, like you know what you're finding.
Well, they can't see what you look. They can't see
I'm telling you
your
what's
face.
there. You got the big boss consultant man going, now move your finger there, and you'll probably feel this. Because he's just done it. He knows what's there.
Well, what? Oh, so he's already had a go. He's had a feel, and he's going right. If you feel to the right, that's the conglomerate or whatever.
The conglomerate, yeah. Its conglomerate is in perfect
Right,
working
well,
order.
Well, that's. I'm still.
Thank you,
enjoying
Rob.
that, but
Thank you. I'm
cheers.
sorry you had to go through this. Carl is probably the worst patient you'll ever encounter in your medical career. Good luck with your finals, and thanks very much.
And do you know any female doctors who do this? Or?
Thank you. XFM 104.9. Thank you. You too. City of Blinding Lights. I'm going to see them next week at Twickenham.
We'll enjoy that.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Thanks
Yeah.
again for letting me know about your...
Old Nobbo
Yes,
and Edge and
Yeah.
all that. Now listen, you just got an email there saying, can you turn up your microphone, Steve?
Apparently my voice is a little bit
Well,
quiet.
Carl has to do one thing, make sure we're heard. That's
Yep.
all he has to do.
Well, I can hear it. Sounds fine to me.
Well, not to the listeners, and that's who we're trying to please.
Well,
Yeah.
It's one person said he can't hear
Yes, but we've only got one listener. So if he's
Yeah.
not happy, we're buggered.
You're allowed to say buggered. Not twice, certainly. Once could have been a mistake.
Yeah.
Twice, pointing it out is definitely, complaint material.
Neil Young from the album Zuma, and that's Pardon My Heart on
Beautiful.
XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. We just had a text here that says, and I don't know what truth there is in this, as ever, but John says there is apparently a nude bike ride today in Hyde Park. Now, I can't believe that's the case, because I don't think it's allowed, is it? You can't ride around with your
I don't
veg,
know.
can you?
I don't know.
Why would you want to?
Well, good point.
On a bike?
On a bike, I love the fact that that's what disgusts him.
I want. Do you know what? If we did appeal for a nudist to call in, I'd want a very specific sort. I don't want. I want a German nudist, a middle-aged man called Helmut.
Okay.
If there is any, or the closest one to it. So I want a middle-aged man from Germany. If your name is Helmut, you're in. But I'll accept Hans. Carl would be good,
Okay.
wouldn't it?
All right.
Yeah.
I think I'm wondering if the age might. Maybe we could we broaden it out
Okay,
a
just
little bit?
a German nudist bloke.
Right.
Could he at least be fat? Could I find a fat German fella? If your name's Helmut, we're going to give you a big prize.
Yeah.
But, any fat German fella who likes to get his sausage out.
Sure.
Okay?
It's sauerkraut.
Yeah.
What's the phone number?
0871 222 1049. It'd be good just to get an email or a text with a contact on it, and then I can just call them up in the week.
Sure.
And
83936 is the text number. I don't know what our audience demographic pans out like, Rick, but I'm suspecting that's probably a fairly small fraction of our listenership.
I know, but,
the fat
there must be
German
someone out there. If you
nudists.
know a fat German who likes to get his tackle out, phones are going. Phones
away,
going.
straight away.
Just answer it, Carl. Just answer it. Just potluck.
it could be anything.
Well, just see what it is.
To be fair, it could be a nutter. It could be a nutter.
But just say hello. Just tell your turn. It's not
If
straight away.
important, he'll stay there, won't he? He'll stay there.
Well, answer it.
Let's
Answer
leave
it.
Leave it.
Answer it.
Oh, you see this? It's gone. It's gone. There you go. He bottled it, so just as well.
Well, you took too long to answer it. Lloyd Cole, Impossible Girl, on XFM 104.9. Wow.
Rick, I'm just reading an email we've had, and it is indeed true. Scores of naked cyclists will be wheeling around London today in a mass protest against oil dependency. The World Naked Bike Ride will see the arresting sight of up to 200 daring riders bearing oil in their cycle past some of the capital's most famous landmarks.
Have they got to wear an helmet? Are they against wearing a helmet?
Well, I think they're trying to make a statement, I would imagine. I don't know.
Well, they don't have to wear a helmet. It's not law to wear a helmet on a bike, is it?
Oh,
It's for your own
listen.
safety. It's sensible. You're right, yeah.
Well, it's also sensible to just pop some pants on. Just pop some pants on.
Are you
Not a
going
problem.
to be popping down there and cheering them on?
I'm not going anywhere near it. What are they going against? What's the problem that's going on?
Oil dependency. I think, generally we're consuming too much oil, aren't we, in the world, and it's going to run out one day, and we've not got any alternatives.
Talking of campaigns and things and that, did you see Sir Bob on Jonathan Ross last night?
Sir Bob Geldof.
Sir Bob Geldof.
Yep.
Are you going to walk to Edinburgh or sail to France, Carl? What do you think of all this? The G8?
I think it's good that, he's doing some stuff for the world and what have you, but probably won't bother
No?
having a walk.
What do you make of all this campaigning? He's dedicated his life to this now, hasn't he?
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. I was watching him last night, and I respect the man. I mean, he used to work here, didn't he? Did some shows and that. It's good. It's all right that he can do it, but
I assume that's not why you respect him. I assume you respect him because he's trying to save a nation, as opposed to he used to work in XFM for a while.
yeah, I know. But I'm just saying it's good that he's given up a lot of his time to try and save the world and that. But there's a bit of me that's kind of like, is he wasting his time a bit? You know what I mean?
Right? What do you mean wasting his time?
Well, he tried it before, and
No, wait. What he's trying to say is that the G8 are I think the 7 most wealthy nations in the world, and Russia, and they get together and they can wipe out the third world debt. I.e., they owe us billions and billions of pounds. They can't afford to pay it back. So he's going to say, let's wipe the slate clean and pledge, I think, a lot more aid and stuff to them, isn't it? So what do you think of that?
but won't they just do it again?
Right, what's you thinking?
No, I just mean...
I knew I had a little diamond in the rough here. I mean, obviously, I admit I brought this up because I really wanted to know what Karl thought of it.
Sure.
Yeah, I had ulterior motives. It wasn't just for awareness, for the very worthy cause. It was because I know. Look at him looking at me. Look at him. He looks at me like a cat. Honestly, it's like there's nothing behind those eyes. Right? What do you mean?
They're just going to run up the debt again, you think?
Well, what I mean is, right, when I was a kid, right, and I wanted to go to the arcade, I'd borrow a quid off my mum, right, and she'd say, don't come back asking for more and what have you. But I'd have a go on a pinball machine or whatever, game on a fruity, and then go back, and she'd go, can I have some more money? And she goes, I gave you a quid before. And I go, I know, but I'm on holiday. And she goes, there you go then. And then I go off and do the same thing. I didn't go, no, I wasted the last one, I'm going to pop this in the bank.
Right.
So you think that's what's going to happen with...
That's a nice metaphor. So what do you think happening there? Is the Africans are blowing it down the arcade? Instead of putting it towards a fishing rod, they're blowing it down the arcade. I'm trying to win a watch. Look, I've got 100 goals. I think this thing is dodgy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to win a fluffy toy.
That's what Bob's saying, you're never going to get the Snoopy.
You're never going to get the
It's
Snoopy.
always going to fall out of the little claw
It's
before it
rigged.
gets to
The
the top.
claw is not strong enough.
Yeah.
Do not waste it. No, Midge.
Midge, you have to write a song.
Write another song, mate. They've blown it down the arcade. Brilliant.
So that's your genuine logic, is it?
Well, I just don't know... if they put me in charge of it, I don't know what I'd do. I just think it's a...
Could I just say that will never happen?
No.
Could I just say to London,
Yeah.
and anyone listening on
Sleep
Saturday, yeah, don't worry, Karl is not going to be put in charge of G8. It's not going to be him, Blair, Chirac.
That would be a joy if it were.
That would be amazing. Well, I've got another food-related item here. Now, Karl, I got a little email via my agent sent from someone here, okay, so sent from someone at... XFM, okay, and I won't say it was. She just said, I thought this might be good for Ricky to use on Saturday, and obviously what happened is Suzanne has sent you an email in the week. It was Wednesday, and you've returned it, but I think you've returned it to the wrong email address. You returned it to someone here who, of course, immediately forwarded it to my agent for ridicule on the show. Don't panic; it's nothing that bad, okay. It's an email from Suzanne talking about your tea that night. Was Suzanne out on Wednesday night?
Was the an England game or something?
Yeah. So you were alone. You were home alone, were you, Wednesday night?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy your meal? Was it a quiche?
Go on.
Right. From Suzanne to Karl. Take the quiche and put it on the baking tray. Cook for 30 minutes on 190. Take lettuce and put on plate. Take 3 tomatoes, wash and chop into quarters. Place on lettuce. Take an avocado, chop in half. Remove the stone. Peel skin and slice. Place on salad. Put salt and pepper on and a dribble of olive and balsamic vinegar dressing. Right? In brackets, small bottle behind the cafetiere. Right, in case he's reaching for bleach.
Yeah.
That's it. Should have put everything else away. Right, then sprinkle a smidge of parmesan on top. Remove quiche from oven, cut into quarters and put on plate. Eat.
Oh, wow. Does she have to do that every single time she's out?
No, it's just that I'm not that good at cooking, right? And to be honest, that was a lot of hard work. I didn't bother warming it up. And I did without the avocado.
Why?
Too much messing about.
He didn't even do that with instructions. It was too much.
But yeah, I'm not that good at cooking. And
Did you That's not cooking though, is it, Karl? That's
heating up a
slicing.
quiche. That's cooking it is making the quiche.
Yeah, but I'm just Can't be
could you have figured that out if she hadn't left that note for you?
Why does she have to tell you what the olive oil and balsamic vinegar was?
Because I've put sort of cooking oil on my food once, and I said, oh, it's a bit... It's ever since, right, years ago...
I'm gonna die!
Years ago...
Oh, God, they're leaving Mr. Magoo at home!
It was ever since I put sausages in the toaster that...
What do you mean?
I nearly set the flat on fire. Because, do you know, like, when you're grilling food in a pan and all that?
Yeah.
Sort of sausages spit and it goes everywhere, doesn't it? And it makes everywhere greasy.
In the toaster!
So I thought, well, just want to warm them up.
Yeah.
Bung them in the toaster.
Yeah.
What
And
happened?
she sort of caught...
They got stuck and they sort of caught on fire, I imagine.
She came in just as I was sort of plunging it, and Matty came in from work. She said, what are you doing? I said, I'm in sausages. Well, the oven isn't on. I know, they're in here. What, you turn it off? Panicking and that. But I've never been into it. I've never been into cooking and that. At school and stuff, I didn't bother doing it.
Oh, every time Suzanne comes home, she must think, please be the house still there.
Yeah.
Please not let me hear a fire engine as I come round this corner. Oh, God. She comes and goes, oh, God, thank God. I bet she's always happy to see you when she gets home and you haven't burned the place down or introduced some howler monkeys or something. Unbelievable.
What I find extraordinary is there are people who are in sort of care in the community who don't need instructions
No.
on how to prepare food.
Oh, they do. They can do it. Yeah, you show them once.
Yeah,
They
and they've learned
don't.
it.
Whatever you do, don't put sausages in the toaster, Johnny. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and they've
don't-
learnt it.
They don't put sausages in the toaster.
Yeah. What did they put their fingers in? But, yeah.
Landed Ben Folds on XFM 104.9.
We've had an email, Rick, from Simon Whittaker. He says, he's throwing the question to Carl. Have you seen the video for that Ben Folds song where there's apparently a monkey working the sound desk and shifting the piano? So, yeah, you want to check that out. Talking of monkeys working the sound desk, we've also had a lot of emails directed to you. Yeah, a lot of emails directed to you, Carl, asking if you saw this programme that was on in the week. I think I didn't see it. I think it was called
The Strangest Village in Britain.
Yeah.
Did he watch it? He called me 6 times during it.
Of course he
Called
did.
me 6 times.
Now, just explain briefly what this was, because I didn't see it.
Well, it was a sort of an experiment. I think I can work out from the sort of 70s, and it was sort of run by, from what I can make out, mainly sort of German Christians.
Right.
And what it was people with various disabilities or mental illnesses, Down syndrome, autism, bewildered, you know, and they were living normally in the community. And there was 300 people in the village. Half had some sort of problem, mental problem or disability, and the other half were sort of carers. And I mean, it was very, very strange.
And where is this village? It's somewhere in this.
It's up near Whitby, isn't it?
Yorkshire,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
But he called me. He called me at various points. We were watching that. It just started off. He went, geez, if that's the beginning, what have they got coming up? Then there was 2 fellas, and the phone rang, and it went, what is going on? And it was 2 blokes who had created their own language.
Okay.
And they were going, what about it? And you go, what about it? And it was an interesting program. I love documentaries like that. But what made it twice as good was that I knew that Carl was getting confused.
Yeah.
There was one bloke that went round interviewing people, and he'd just have a string of questions, and he'd go, have you ever had curly hair? What's your favourite animal? Have you ever seen a badger? All right. And Carl was getting stressed.
It was stressing me out.
Because he was trying to think of the answers quickly enough.
Because he was sort of saying, do you like mosaics and that? And I was like, oh, I do it. And the next question was coming in. It was like Mallet's mallet. Do you know that sort of that word association thing? I was stressing me out.
But he said he wanted to go there. He actually said, could I go for a holiday there? And I went, well, I doubt that. I don't know. Maybe you could go on a visit. That would be great, wouldn't it? For Carl to walk in there.
But the thing about it would be like Carl would be the ruler. He'd be the king. It would be that in the kingdom of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. I mean, he would just dominate.
I don't know. There were some of them were quite clever.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think he'd. I think he'd probably be average.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd.
Okay, he'd just blend in.
No, I don't think he'd shine. Because a lot of them were quite good at some things, weren't they? He didn't like the angry bloke who punched him. There was this really sort of sweet Down syndrome woman called Nan, and she hadn't hung her coat up, and this angry bloke was going, if you don't hang your coat up, I will. And he punched her, didn't he? Yeah. And poor Nan got it in the neck from everyone. There was another woman bullying her, wasn't he? Yeah. But you like the little The little Down syndrome fellow with a woolly hat who was helping
alright.
that woman.
If I went there, he's the one who had sort of humped down and said, come on, let's go for a pint or something.
Sure.
But,
Incidentally, do you like mosaics? We didn't establish that. He's still thinking about it.
David Bowie, Watch That Man on XFM 104.9. Now, coming up, Steve, and listeners, so, I'm talking to them mainly. I'm not really, I'm talking to you and Carl, really.
Yeah.
But, coming up, an old feature, Knob News.
Oh, Knob News, the welcome return of Knob News.
Yeah, and Monkey News is still there, isn't it?
yeah.
Just briefly, you don't think you really gave that competition justice, did you, not handing out the email?
No, let's just quickly whiz through the questions again.
Yeah.
John's texted in, by the way. He says, I never get any of the Rockbusters clues. Is this a good or a bad thing? Definitely a good thing.
Definitely a good
Definitely
thing.
a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have to have that thing done where they say, what side do you wear your member?
What side you dress. They don't say what side you wear your member. That would hardly be a euphemism, would it? So they say what side you dress, sir. It means what side your little John Thomas leans, doesn't it, on rest, usually to the left, isn't it? Your little
But do
left
you know,
testicles.
if I said to you now, what side do you wear it on? Do you know?
It would be left. It would be the left. That's what I mean. If standing there, right, with nothing restricting it or holding it in or holding it up, right, it sort of leans. Your one ball is sort of like slightly back and lower, isn't it? And your little John Thomas rests there, so it's left. And the reason they ask it is so they don't put the tape measure up on the left and squash your willy or touch your willy.
So it's nothing to do with like, well, you'll need a bit more room of sort of more material on that side, or...
Well, no, I don't think they compensate. It's just when they put when they stick that up into your groin, they don't want to come in contact with your little...
The thing is, I
Mercy.
don't know what side I wear stuff on. I just sort of pull my pants up and wherever it wants to go that day.
But maybe it's not big enough to sort of make any, real decision.
But, like now, I'm sat here, right, with my jeans on. I don't know where I am.
Well, that's clear from hearing you talk.
No, but what I mean is, if a fella said to me, what side are you, what side's your member on? I'd go-
Member? What is this the use of the word member suddenly?
I'd go...
Well, it's usually not appropriate, and also, I imagine in the old days they had big baggy pants that used to sort of like hang down, and now, like with those stretchy boxers and briefs, it's sort of held up in a nice little, neat little parcel, isn't it? So it's probably not appropriate. It doesn't come in contact with your little snake. So, did you ever, have you ever heard that? Are you telling me a tailor has asked you that and you went, what do you mean, mate?
No, I've never, I've not really had one made to measure. I had one made when I was a kid, but since then I've sort of bought a suit off the hook. But when you were saying about buying a suit, I know that question sort of crops up and I don't know what the answer is. It just annoys me the way I don't know, there's no surprises anymore. Do you know what I mean? People know.
What do you mean? He's going to go, right, I'm going to measure you now. Which side shall I measure? Go, well, pot luck, go on, have a look. Right, there you go. Oh, you got it. You took me now.
What do you mean there's no surprises anymore? What are you talking about?
Everything you say is a surprise. Everything you say. Every opinion you have is a surprise to me.
What I mean is, why aren't people just happy just to go, well, depends, doesn't it? I'll just pull the pants up wherever it wants to go. I'm happy.
What do you mean? Why is this such a big issue?
But Carl, when they ask you this question, they're not making a note of it somewhere. It's not statistical research to find out what the kind of common leaning is. It's a question so he doesn't touch it when he's using his tape measure.
Just be careful.
But he is being careful by asking the question.
But what's wrong with him touching it anyway? If it's only like a slight...
Fair enough.
But if he just sort of, knocks it a little bit, you can just go...
Do that again?
To me, it's the same as the prostate thing. It's just happening all over again.
But the doctor doesn't go, oh, what side's your arse on, sir? Trying to avoid the arse. He wants to go, he knows where your arse is and he's aiming for it and he wants to get it up there. He's aiming for it for a good cause. This little fella's going, well, I've got to measure his leg. I don't want to touch the knob. I'll just ask him, sir, do you mind telling me where your cock is so I can avoid it? It's a big difference.
But like I'm saying to you, I'd have to have a look first to let him know. I don't know where it is now. I don't know. It could be the left, could be the right.
Are you telling me you don't know where your knob is
without
now?
looking?
Well, what do you mean without looking? How could...
Well, you're saying it as if like...
Should we have a guess?
Well, have a look and tell us where it is.
What are you wearing? What sort of pants are you wearing?
I've got my jeans on.
But you got pants on underneath them?
Yeah.
What are they, briefs or box shorts?
Boxer shorts.
Boxer shorts, where it's probably free, but the jeans are probably restricting it. I think it's probably either in the middle, dressed in, or just slightly to the left. Have a look. We'll tell the listeners after the break where's Karl's knob. It's a good competition.
Oh, brilliant! We've got to send this to the Sony Awards people.
XFM.
Run, Snow Patrol on XFM. Well, big question. Where was Karl's knob?
That's what people have been hanging on for.
Yeah. Where was it?
Well, I can't believe people have been texting in.
Hey, what, guessing where it is?
People saying, is it in the middle? Is it in the left? It cost them 10p. Cost them 10p to find out. Just wait, I'm going to give out the answer. You don't win anything, right? Like, strike it lucky. Right?
Bottom or middle? Right.
It was to the left.
Oh! Yeah.
I went with the right. That's annoying.
See, I thought it would be to the left. If not, maybe if it was all scrunched up, sitting on your lap right, it might just pop up to the middle. Just pop out, like, you know.
Well, next week we'll be finding out where yours is.
Where's Ricky's bollocks? Landed, Mr. Ben Folds. We've landed on XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, and little Karl Pilkington, and his magical little manky, round, baldy head. He was described as a wacky mank in one of the papers this week.
Really? Brilliant.
Well, remember we were talking about it last week about he came round to my house and I popped out my Mr. Johnson, sure, to take a little look at.
And his two
that made
daughters.
The papers. That made the papers.
Wow. What paper? It wasn't front page of the Times. It must have been like the Daily Star or something.
Just squeeze Live 8 on the second page. Yeah, so Wacky Mank.
Wacky Mank, that's
Wacky
great.
Mank.
Wacky Mank.
We had an email from someone that reckons they remember you from body popping round Salford way.
Yeah, Eccles Precinct, apparently.
You know that, don't you?
I wasn't doing it round there, though.
What do you mean?
I was round Stretford. Stretford-Arndale.
And what were you doing? What sort of body popping was it?
Just a bit of everything. Caterpillar. Bit of moonwalking.
Do you have a little piece of line you used to carry around?
Well, mates had that.
Right, you didn't
borrowed theirs. Borrowed theirs.
Were you any good? But you weren't breakdancing, well, you weren't spinning on your head and stuff, you were more body popping.
Well, I hope he wasn't spinning on his head, because you know that can sort of give you brain damage and things.
Well, it can give you brain damage. Also, it can wear your head down, and also makes your head perfectly round.
Yeah.
Because the gravity is pulling on.
But if you keep on doing it, obviously it's going to wear your hair
out, yeah. So you become sort of like a stupid, bald, and roundy-headed.
Yeah, yeah.
So I very much doubt that you did do any of that. Did you, Karl?
Didn't do any of that.
Embrace and Gravity on XFM 104.9.
We've had a couple of texts. People obviously can text in 83XFM. That's the text number for the big quiz that's coming up shortly. Rockbusters, still your opportunity to win some of those cracking prizes. Enter your name in the draw if you can unravel the, I don't know what you call them, conundrums that Karl set.
Sort of.
We've had a couple of texts. Obviously, we're leaving early today. This is a shortened show and our last show of this run. But we've got to leave early. We've got to go down and try and make poverty history. But Rob's texted and he says, only an hour and a half today. Well, poverty does have some benefits then.
He's a fan.
He understands the show.
Who was that little fella that used to write in who hated the show?
Oh, I forget his name. I haven't heard from him for a while, actually. I don't know what happened.
No.
Maybe he realised that if he hated the show so much, the obvious thing to do was to switch off. Maybe that finally dawned
That's
on him.
annoying.
What's his name? Someone will remind us of his name.
I like people who hate us to carry on listening.
Yeah.
It just gives it an edge, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's the fact that, that you're annoying someone. I mean, I love annoying people.
I know you do. I know.
So
you're like a kind of walking Chinese water torture.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, how's it going with Rockbusters? Anyone got the answers?
Actually, one guy has texted in, James in Deptford, he's offered some answers, and he says here, the guy that hated us, famously, of course, we should have remembered, Dickie Anderson.
Dickie Anderson?
Richard Anderson, of course. I don't know if Dickie's still listening. If he is, obviously email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk and tell us what you've been doing, how you've been keeping busy and stuff.
Yeah.
Nice to hear from him.
Chris Campling hasn't called, has he, either?
Yeah,
The one that thinks that not only is this whole show scripted, imagine that, right, but that Karl is a character created by us.
Yeah.
He's actually an actor.
Oh, if only we
Look
could
at
take credit
that,
for
a
that.
shaved monkey we got.
Put the message in the box, put the message in the car, drive the car around the world, and I'm imagining, Rick, that message is make poverty history. That's World Party, put the message in the box.
Yeah.
Can I just say quickly while I think of it, we get a lot of emails from people, a lot of texts saying, can you send a big shout out, stuff like that. I've just looked at one now, Scott and Julie in Australia listening, they want a big shout out, big shout to them. But there's so many people that do it, and I'm obviously just want to say sorry we never get to your emails. We're very, very lazy. We never really get to look through them, but we obviously do appreciate you emailing in, texting in, stuff like that. And also, can I send a big shout out to my grandparents, who I believe might be listening on their new digital radio? They're pretty high tech. Very nice country.
Yeah. Are they the merchants of Bristol?
Merchants, yeah. Props
Good.
to them.
Props to them, yeah. 1:05 then, already, of a Saturday, so I'm Ricky Gervais. That was Placebo, yeah, with special needs, which brings me to my next point. With me, Karl Pilkington.
Karl Pilkington, there he is.
Steve Merchant, 104.9.
That's it.
We're back then.
Well, for one last time.
Well, it's certainly the end of the season. We're away for at least, 2 months. We're doing the Office special, and possibly forever, depending on whether Karl decides he wants to carry on with this. Because, I mean, we do this for fun. We don't need to do this. We don't need to do this for, money. Obviously not.
The kind of money you're earning, Rick, you do not need to do this.
I don't need to. It's quite honestly beneath me.
Yeah.
We don't need to do it to further our career because it's embarrassing being
Didn't
on
your
XFM.
accountant say, do not even bother cashing those XFM checks? It's not worth your while.
No, it's not. The time it took to sign them,
Exactly,
it wasn't worth it. So we do this basically to ridicule Karl on a large sort of platform. I say large platform.
Yeah.
XFM. No other radio station will have us.
It's roughly the same as standing up in McDonald's.
I
and
imagine so.
ridiculing
But of a lunchtime though.
Yeah. Or
so-
when it's just the cleaning staff mopping up.
Yeah. So, and if Karl doesn't come back, he's breaking up the three-way partnership.
He's very much
forever.
Sting, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like, what, 1986, 87?
Exactly.
He's going to go off and sort of make some quite poor, sort of jazz-inflected white man soul.
Yeah.
And leaving us to go about our business.
Play pizza places.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, well, I'm going to go into sort of maybe writing
say, Dad,
soundtracks.
why can't I be in the CIA?
Yeah.
You don't know anything about it. You're a drummer.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. I mean, do you think anyone cares?
I wouldn't have thought so. Because I think if someone was interested in having some good chat and some great laughs, they'd spend more time with their friends.
Yeah. Or listen to another radio station.
Or listen to a decent radio show. I think
or something like that, yeah.
they listen to XFM for some music to have on in the background that's loud enough so they can hear it while they're hoovering.
Yeah. I don't think our fans hoover.
Well, true.
I think you've got to have...
Or shoot up, whatever.
I think you've got to have a house
yeah,
to hoover. I'll tell you what they do want, though. Some great music.
They do indeed.
They'll be saying, since you've been gone. See that? That's the sort of link I can do if we stay
If you
together.
could cut out all the other drivel you speak, you'd be great on Magic.
I know, yeah. You've got to...
Come on.
I know, you've got a rainbow something, haven't you?
Rainbow.
You got a rainbow something?
Oh, it's Rainbow.
Well, I mean, for a last show, that song had everything. It's got 2 guitar solos.
Yes.
It's got a key change. It's got bad grammar, Since You've Been Gone by Rainbow, and that's for Camfield, the Prince of Rock.
Yeah.
He's going to be the king when Vance, just hands over his crown.
Yeah.
And you've still got that on XFM, so, don't worry about us going, oh, you weren't? Oh, okay then. No one cares.
No one cares.
This is our last show, let's make it a good one.
Let me give out the email address because I imagine there's going to be a flood of emails demanding we
please,
stay.
Karl, keep the team together.
Yes, it's jono.coleman.
Coleman's not a team. He's just a big lad.
Yeah.
Right, come on.
What do you mean, come on? I've got nothing.
Ricky.Gervais.
Oh, Ricky.Gervais at XFM.
Or Karl.Pilkington, because you can do it throughout the week. You can do it throughout the 2 months. And what's the phone number for XFM? 0207. Is it 766 6000? And then just ask people through the car and leave a message on his voicemail.
Yeah.
So email him a lot. 0207 766 6000, I think, and just ask for Karl Pilkington.
Yeah.
Little Karl Pilkington, little baldy mank twit. And say, please stay.
Yeah.
Please stay. Karl, say something then.
How are
This
you,
is
mate?
our show. Say hello.
What are your feelings, Karl, so far? I mean, are you cheerful? Are you upset?
Not at all.
No?
Can't wait for 3 o'clock. So it was interesting how Ricky was saying he only does it for the fun. I haven't even got that bit.
Yeah.
I am paid peanuts to work Saturdays, which wrecks me weekend.
Pay peanuts, you get monkeys.
I have no fun.
Yeah.
Right?
You're having a laugh.
And what people
You
forget
love
is-
this. You love this. You love me coming in and having a little chat beforehand and after.
Yeah, but that's the funny thing, isn't it? Listeners just think, why does he get so moody about it, having Ricky annoying him just on a Saturday?
Yeah.
It's not just of a Saturday.
Why?
It's in the week as well.
Well, how
it's
do I
way
annoy you?
over the
How do I annoy
recommended
you?
Daily
How
annoyance.
do I annoy you, Karl? So you can't, if you be specific. See?
The first thing that springs to mind, when I'm trying to work with Steve before saying, come on, let's, find some interesting stuff to talk about, I think you were playing the accordion in the air. Was it the accordion? It doesn't really matter. They get the idea.
Although I can't play the accordion, so it wasn't very good, was it?
Where did you find an accordion?
I just was running out there, right? And then
Next to the drum kit you started playing with.
And then I had a loudspeaker, and I put the accordion on the loudspeaker. Then it loud, those loudspeakers. They're amazing.
My question is this, Carl. Do you honestly think that's going to stop just because we're not on air anymore? He's not going to see you on a Saturday, so he's just going to come in even more often.
Yeah, I can just drop
He
in.
won't bother me as much, though.
I think he will.
And he'll have his fob taken off him, so he won't be able to just wander in.
Of course I won't.
So
What? They're not. Do you think they're going to? Of course, they're going to let Ricky Gervais walk in anytime they want.
Yeah, I might come in, I might do a few trailers, might hang out, with Andrew, going, hey Andrew, how's it going? He go, yeah, we're having a bit of trouble, what do you think? I say, lose that off the playlist, put that one on, sack them. Yeah? Let's have a little bit of feeder.
yeah, that's all we want.
Yeah.
Feeder. Forget about tomorrow. At least we're here today, Steve. The three of us for an hour and a half more. The last time ever, possibly. It's up to little baldy head Mankey.
Well,
Karl Pilkington.
a number of emails, Rick. This is from Matthew Davis. I think he very much captures the mood of the email public. His email is just simply titled, Go! In the name of God, go! It says, why wait till 3? Why not leave immediately and stop subjecting us to this abject
Well,
misery?
Carl did once when he had to get a train.
Of course.
So that's never happened on radio before.
But who knows? I mean, stay tuned. We might shoot off at 20 to 2.
Or we might get better.
We might get better.
We might get better because we've done a bit of planning, because I got Carl round last night
Really?
to do some planning of the show, didn't I? And so we've
Yeah, I
got...
thought you were going to be there, Steve.
No, I wasn't talking about it.
Yeah, well, I called him up and said, why, what we're doing? He said, well, you can come round and, have a chat, maybe get some ideas and that for tomorrow. So I said, is Steve there? Yeah, Steve will be coming, yeah. So, go round. It's close, next to his flat. The pub couldn't be closer. Yeah. Alright?
Yeah.
Unless there was sort of spirits and that in the lift, they couldn't have got closer.
Yeah.
Alright? I turn up, you're not there.
No.
He's lied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
Well, I
so-
knew you wouldn't come out if it was just like you thought I was going to muck around. I had to pretend it was work to
Right.
get you out.
So, you weren't there, Steve.
No.
Anyway, so he says, oh, come in the flat, got an interesting book that you'll like.
Okay.
So I think, well, that's kind of work, he's trying and that.
Yeah.
So I go in thinking we're going to get some good ideas and that from this book. Couldn't find the book. He looked for about 40 seconds, said, I don't know where it is. Come on, let's come in here, let's have a wrestle. Right? So I'm sat in the lounge, right? Sat there just chatting to his girlfriend and that, just chatting. He comes wandering out in his underpants.
Yeah.
Well, I was comfortable, yeah.
I don't know if you were comfortable because we were sort of pulled up
But yeah.
right between the crack.
Right.
Looked like, okay, probably like a gay sumo wrestler.
Yeah. And I did a little dance for you, didn't I? Because there was MTV on, I was doing a little dance.
Dancing to Elton John's new one.
Yeah. And what did you say? What did you say when I was doing a little dance for you and my pants pulled up? Like, right? Do you remember what you said? You went, I poured him a drink, he was in my home, I'm entertaining him, he goes, are you sure you're not a bender? Is that any way to treat a host?
I think it was the right
outrageous.
time to ask.
But we did do some work, didn't we? Because you got confused and he said he's, oh God, it's like a child or a cat when it's confused. He went, Steve reckons in ancient Greece, right, it was better to shag a bloke than a woman. And I went, well, yeah. I mean, that's about the male being sort of a first-class citizen.
Yeah.
Much better, wasn't it? An aspiration
the
to
point
sleep with
was,
a beautiful
Carl,
man than a beautiful woman.
Women were lower class citizens,
Yeah.
so therefore men were seen as higher class. So to have sexual relations with a man there was no shame in that.
No.
In fact, it was looked upon.
And I
as
said, well, ancient Rome. I said, even Nero, he sit in his big jacuzzi and he used to get, pretty boy men to go into the water and just nibble at his testicles while he was having a wash.
He didn't do that.
He did.
No.
Yeah.
And he's not a gay fella.
No, well, no. I mean, I don't know about Nero, but I mean, it wasn't a case of a big delineation between what was heterosexual and what was gay. It was just, whatever you...
So what did this fella do then? This one who's having his...
Well,
having
he
his
was
little testicles?
pretty much top boy, Nero, for a while.
He was in charge.
And, and you did what you were told. If, Caesar or...
But why were people going round there? Why didn't they go, oh...
No, they weren't dropping in. It wasn't like the door was opening. I was just going to see what Nero's doing. It's not like when I pop in here to see you.
Normally what would happen is he'd say, come back to my place, I got a book for you.
Yeah.
You'd pop in.
But
he'd come out in his pants. Elton John would be on.
You'd have probably been like a delivery boy or a stable boy or something, you know, and you'd have popped round there and you'd have gone, there right, Nero, there's the tablets of stone you wanted. And they go, Pilkington, why you are here? Pop under, I don't know why he's French.
What is that?
I don't know why he's French. Just pop under the water and nibble at my testicles and you'd have done it.
Because he was Nero.
I wouldn't.
He would have.
There's no way I would have done.
Well, you would
What
have.
have I done? I've dropped a pizza off.
Yeah, you
why
pop
am I
round to
there?
Nero's place with the pizza.
Right. Right, I'd say I've done my job. Right?
Yeah.
That's not the sort of tip I wanted.
No, he'd have said, get the little baldy chap to nibble at my testicles, and you'd run the water.
I wouldn't have done it.
No,
Well, you
I
have
put my head
done
on
it.
the
you
wall.
haven't done it, right?
No, I wouldn't have done it.
Can I just say this, Steve? Not only would you be nibbling his testicles, you'd have been going mad. You'd have been noshing him just for extra. You'd have been doing everything he wanted. You'd have been going, he'd have gone, I didn't ask you to do that. You'd have been going mental. They'd have been chewing, slurping, smacking, poking. You'd have chopped, you'd have gnawed his packet off. You'd think you were eating Walker's crisps. There'd be bubbles, there'd be flood. Oh, it'd be horrible.
The Beatles from the soundtrack to The Yellow Submarine, actually, and that's Hey Bulldog.
On XFM 104.9, our last show, maybe. Me, Ricky, Steve, and little Karl. Alright, Karl? But that book, that wasn't a fake. It wasn't like just a ruse to get you back to show you me and dancing him in pants to Elton John. It's that.
What was your girlfriend doing during that, instantly?
I think she was just getting on with sort of like packing up sort of boxes because we were moving. So
sure.
I don't think.
Well, she's seen it all before.
Yeah. And the book was. Do you remember that book that I showed you? That it was a Man's Body, an owner's manual, and it's just got loads of stats. And there's one in there.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Guinness Book of Records
of men. Yeah. There's one section there. There was.
Sorry, hang on. It's not like Guinness Book of Records of men. That just sounds a little bit like you and I were sat around your house looking at a big book, pictures of men.
The big man book.
The big man.
He is a big man, isn't he?
Yeah.
He should be on the front cover.
Yeah, it was a book more about the kind of physical body and
exactly,
about statistics
biology and social and you know sex and all that sort of stuff. And
but we didn't look at the sex,
which is where we got the knob news for today from. Right, this is true, right? I read that the... Oh, you'll have someone's eye out! Knob news. Then you've got the jingle.
Yeah.
I read that the smallest ever functioning penis, right, was under 3/4 of an inch when erect.
Extraordinary.
That is bad luck, isn't it? And it's a micro penis, so it's perfectly scaled down. Just a little look at Carl's face.
Well, couldn't the fella have said, look, right, I'm not happy about it, so don't print it. It's not the sort of press people want, is it?
There wasn't a picture of him. It was anonymous. They didn't read the book and at work the next day and go, look at this, Frank. What? Smallest ever penis, half an inch. He didn't go, it's me. He just went, yeah, loser.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anyway, let's have a shower. I'm alright. I'm alright. He must have had to have a little jod with a pair of tweezers.
Yeah, presumably.
Because you couldn't even get a fist. I mean,
no.
That is bad luck, isn't it?
Was he a good-looking fella?
What would you do, right, if he invited you round and said, right, and he was like the king, right, and he went, oh, Carl, can you just go in there and just nibble at it? And you've gone under the water, and you're just about to nibble at it, and you come up and you go, that's tiny. Would you be disappointed or relieved?
Right, well, that wouldn't happen.
No! Carl, I'm saying if it did, would you be disappointed? Would you go, oh, that, I can't even get, I don't know where to start with that? Or would you go, oh, thank God it's not a big one?
You've got to remember that he's the emperor. So you've got to do what he says or he'll have you killed.
What would you do? Would you go, oh, I lovely set of tackle, or, oh, it's not as big as I wanted, or would you secretly think, I'm glad it's not big because I didn't want to, because I'm not that guy?
I'm not even gonna think about it, because I wouldn't do it. I know I wouldn't do it, even back then.
Even back then? What do you mean?
Even
when was Nero at it? What?
Well, the Roman Empire was sort of like 2000.
Well, it stretched
up
for
to
years.
about, yeah. So,
it's a long time ago.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
You'd have to.
I always remember, we're still doing knob news?
Yeah.
Just
Is this
Knob
some
News Extra?
Knob News Extra, excellent.
Well, I didn't do that well at school and that, right? But we had biology, and I didn't take much of it in. But there was one day when it was about, you know, knob news and stuff. And it was all about how blood, you know, is what makes
Engorges the erectile tissue.
Sure.
Yeah, it was all about that. And there's this girl in our class called Paula, right? We were sat there watching it, and she fainted. You just heard her go, oh! And she hit the floor, right? Because we were all sat on top of the desk watching this. I wasn't that interested in that.
No.
I wasn't looking at it and that. But Paula, right, she fell over. And the funny thing was, right...
What was it, a video?
Yeah, a video of, like, this blood doing the business to this fella's member, right? And she fell over, like, and everyone's like, oh, what's up with her? And the teacher was trying to, like, wake her up and give her water and that. And it was really weird, because then the nurse came in, and yet this video was still playing. And the nurse came in, what happened? Well, do you seen this?
Yeah.
And you could hear, like, you know, then it was going on to, like, sex education on the video. It was all done from start to finish. What happens? And by the end, and she was still out cold by the time it got to, like, and then they had a baby.
Yeah.
Right? That just reminded me of it.
So it seems to me that was her sex education class. She fainted when the penis got erect, and when she woke up, a baby was born. That's probably what she thinks happens. She's wandering around now.
And the whole class just missed out a bit because they saw someone
If she's ever
faint.
with a bloke and he gets an erection, she just goes, oh, no,
Well, that's it. She was a bit of a class tart, really. That's why everyone was like, what's up with her?
Carl.
No, but she was. Everyone was like, what's up with her? She's not seen it before. But just reminded me then. Weird. But anyway, yeah, so I wouldn't
Anyway, let's leave Nero aside.
Yeah. The other thing in this, should we play a record and come back?
Yeah.
There's another interesting fact.
There is some extraordinary facts in that.
Yeah, we'll do more facts.
We're running over.
It won't be knob news. There's be all different types of news. Libertines, don't look back into the sun. On XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington, for possibly the last time ever. I was coming in today, Steve, and I was walking just past Shaftesbury Avenue, at the beginning of Shaftesbury Avenue, and it's sort of a little bit of a tramps corner going on there. And there's a couple of tramps, proper tramps, already had a few, and about sort of like 40 maybe, right, or that. They could be 30, they could have a hard life, they probably have. But he was going, John is coming down, but Les isn't going to make it. And I think they're just planning their social and meeting there. I just think that that's nice. They've got, you know, they don't just drink by themselves.
Yeah.
What are we doing tonight? I thought we'd get drunk and sleep in the hallway. We did that last night. But I just like the idea that they're planning it. And they've got mates and they do stuff and they go, all right, how's it going? Well, we know it's going.
Yeah.
I'm sitting next to you in a pile of piss. You know how it's doing. I was also thinking, do you think they ever wake up, like, before they've had anything, like 9 o'clock and go, oh, I was pissed last night. Yeah.
Oh.
You were talking absolute rubbish. What was I doing? You were just going, you were
just shouting at cars walking in the street.
You were joking. Was I really embarrassing?
Yeah.
Oh, you were pretty drunk.
I tell you this, I am never going to do that again.
Oh, but at least I didn't make a pass at Dirty Agnes. Oh, God, what did I do? You were just going, please, Just love the idea they have no little conversations and that. I imagine one of them going, I'm not coming out tonight, I've got no money. Nor have we yet. I'm just going to go and dance. Just go and dance outside McDonald's.
Seriously, I only made 18p to go. You know, because I've always had a soft spot for the homeless. But do you remember that time I was walking over to yours once? And, see, there's the homeless people, there's those ones that they try to retain a certain dignity. They won't just come up and ask you for money. They'll come up and maybe try and start a conversation before introducing the fact.
The fact that what you despise and annoys you is the thing they're trying to hold on to is a little bit of pride.
I know.
And what do you want them to do?
Well,
just be crushed in a skip, going, just give me some money, look at me.
I just think, come out and say it. You know, come out and say it, but don't try and fool me, because sometimes I feel like I've been tricked. I get annoyed because I feel like I didn't see you coming. You came out of left field, you know, I didn't know you were a tramp.
I imagine the fact that they're bare-chested, apart from a blanket with their hand out, covered in sores, and no teeth is a clue that they're probably... Not really.
This was one of those ones, you sometimes see them, the ones, they're slightly older, and they've got a full suit on. They wear a complete suit, like a pinstripe suit or something, with maybe trainers, admittedly.
Yeah.
And I sometimes think to myself, you know, at what point in that moment before they finally left the house for the last time did they think, well, I'm going to be homeless. I want to look good if I'm going to be homeless. I'm sleeping rough.
But it does happen quickly.
Suit.
It sort of happen. It can happen in a matter of days or weeks.
Anyway, listen, I'm not begrudging the fact that he asked for money. That's fine. I just felt a little bit annoyed because I thought he was an ordinary person.
Right.
And he came up to me and he said to me,
Go on.
And he said to me, excuse me, mate, have you got the time? And I said, whatever, you know, 3:10. And he went, have you got any money? And I knew then, I was annoyed. And it annoyed me because I thought, I should have known straight away. I mean, a homeless person, you know, I sensed it straight away.
Yeah.
Excuse me if you got the time. I wanted to say to him, where have you got to be?
Well, yeah.
What appointments have you got?
Well, no. Maybe he goes to work, he starts begging at 3 o'clock. Yeah, he asked all that day, he goes, what's the time? They go 3:45. You know what I mean? Then he goes, oh, give us some money. It's 3 o'clock.
Right.
Maybe he has the mornings off. It might have been his day off. He was doing half day or, you know, shift work.
Yeah.
He might, you know what I mean? You never know what shift they're on.
I just think when you see those people from shelter or from famine relief in the street, they've got to wear those little things over their clothes that say where they're from, or at least some kind of name tag.
Yeah.
So you know when you're stopped by them, you know what to expect. They got a clipboard.
I know.
These homeless people who come out of there, they look like regular people. They come lurching out like zombies. You go, oh, you think that's an attractive woman? She's just come over. Oh no, look, she's got a dog on a piece of string.
I know, yeah.
I just think they've got to come out with it. They should just come out with it. Just be honest. Be proud.
Those people with their things sometimes annoy me, is where they stand right in the middle of the pavement. I have to zigzag, I have to cross the road 4 times to get through them. It's like playing Getaway on video, avoiding all these up and down Oxford Street. You have to really, they come out, worse than they recognise me. That's why I've got about 8 standing orders now where I've been caught.
I leave the house and it's just like people are trying to take my money from me. Between my house and the tube, there's just swarms of people trying to take my money from me at any cost.
Carl's got his first little direct debit, haven't you? £5 a week or sort of £5 a month?
Yeah, I've joined something to help Africa out. I quizzed her for a bit. I mean, she came over and she was saying...
He was talking to her for about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Just making sure your money was going right to the right place.
Yeah, I was saying, you know, why have I got to give you my bank details? This is the thing. And I was saying to her, I'm sure you'd make more money, right, if you just had a little thing that you put money in. I said, I want to help you out, right, but it's the fact I've got to give you bank details. And she's saying, no, this is the way we guarantee we make money. You know, we can help places out because we could be out all day and we could only earn like 50p, whereas, you know, we know that it's worth us standing around.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, fair enough. I said, so what's my money going to be doing then? And I think it's called Care of the World or something.
Yeah.
And she's saying we're giving them money to buy hammers, and we're not just going to give them money to blow in and stuff. They've got to like work and
they don't give them money.
Well, whatever.
What do you think of these people just like on these drought planes? Like
it's a gift voucher for being cute. So they have to buy a hammer.
No,
they go with the buckets and go, alright, and they throw it up and they go, bundle!
Yeah.
She was making out anyway, right? That she was nice enough, she was selling it to me. She said, you know, we give them the tools and they feel good because they're building up their own place and everything. And so fair enough, right? And now I've done that for 2 months. They've had a tenner off me already. I'm checking it, making sure they're not ripping me off and that.
Yeah.
If I ever go to Africa and I need a hammer and there isn't one,
yeah,
I'll be livid.
You'll be livid.
Because, you know, it is a lot of money.
Sure.
Every month, £5.
Yeah.
And, you know, you're talking about people hassling you and that in the street. I actually moved flat. The last flat I lived in, I moved from there because of the hassle. That
really?
It was a high street, and you couldn't, like you were saying, you'd nip out for a loaf and spend about 40 quid. Yeah. just on people saying, give us the money for this. Samaritans, tramps, heart attacks, old people or whatever. It's like...
Yeah.
So it ended up pushing me off that street. It was like, I can't handle this.
It's getting crazy out there. They may as well have little stalls.
Yeah.
Hey, but listen, let's make the world a better place with a little bit of music.
Oh, thanks
bit
very
of
much.
Bauhaus.
Yeah. Give generously, people.
Yeah. Bauhaus's version of David Bowie's Ziggy Stardust on XFM 104.9. And Ricky Gervais will be Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington, possibly for the last time. And as a special treat, a return, sort of like a summer special, an end of term, well, a gift to the fans. Karl is bringing back Rockbusters.
Do you want to explain it?
Rockbusters is basically blockbusters, completely ripped off, done with music, that may or may not be a cryptic clue, and may or may not be the actual band name, and may or may not be the actual letters he said they were in the first place.
Do you want to sort of describe one, though, in case someone's a new listener? And, like,
Well, Exploding Pet was Atomic Kitten.
Yeah.
AK.
Basically, for those of you who are new to the show, this is the final show, Karl reads out what he considers to be a cryptic clue. It's not a cryptic clue, it's just some words. Just a string of words.
Yeah.
And from that, you are supposed to deduct the name of an artist or a group or a band.
We've had things like the Jamaican fella swinging a fish round. That was De-Trout Spinners.
De-Trout Spinners.
So that's the level of intellect you are getting from Karl Pilkington.
What was the one?
Just do the competition, what?
I was thinking, was it she fell down in
Whitney
Texas?
Houston.
She fell down into a puddle in Texas.
On a knee, Whitney Houston.
Yeah, so you said it twice. That's not cryptic, so just do it. Come on.
Right, so there's 3 of them, and you email in your answers. We've got some good prizes today and that. Right.
Well, let me take the prizes. They aren't bad.
Whiz through it, because this, you know, the competition's bad enough, let alone just listen. What's he got?
3 DVDs and about 6 CDs.
He's got the young ones and all that, like TV things. There's some great CDs, yeah, go on.
Right, so the first one, cryptic clue. This vegetable started life down under. Right? This vegetable started life down under. The initials K-O. Right? K-O. This vegetable started life down under. Second one, the things that you normally find on the beach, right, have been found floating around the moon. Right?
Yeah.
That's, I think it's TS.
You think it's TS?
Yeah.
You set the questions, but you're not sure.
So the things you normally find on the beach have been found floating around the moon, right? And the last one, well, if you put that many in the post, I'm surprised I didn't receive one. Right?
He thinks they're great!
Well,
he thinks he's brilliant!
Well, you know, if you put that many in the post, I'm surprised I didn't receive one.
Is it acting? He did all the... yeah.
The initials there, FC.
FC.
FC, right? So you email in the answers, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk. Win that
Hey,
stuff.
let's slam dunk in some sounds.
Well, slam dunk some ads first.
Okay.
That will be the next single from DMX. That's called Wear the Hood At on XFM 104.9.
It bloody better be.
I know you're a fan. You've enjoyed it. You love a bit of hip hop, don't you?
XFM 104.9.
Yeah, keep it real.
Hippie hop.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, sweet man, sweet. It's that
Halfway
kind of
through.
stuff, it's that kind of lingo and that kind of patois that they won't be hearing next week.
No, I know. No, I know. Off making some bling bling. Alright? So, that's the sort
High
of...
five.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It's weird, all that talk and that, isn't it?
I don't know what that means, Carl.
Excellent. What do you mean?
No, just all that bling bling and all that, because I didn't understand it, right? So I did a bit of research.
Brilliant. That's what you should do if you don't understand something. Look it
Yeah,
up.
I mean, always scope it out. if you
I always do that. I always
Yeah.
do that, though. You know I do that.
No, I'm giving you props for even doing it.
Yeah,
so.
massive respect and big you up.
Yeah, go on.
But it's all slang. Right?
Is it really? Is it really? So it's not in the... really?
That's odd.
No, I don't remember it being in Romeo and Juliet, but then...
So you didn't speak like that when you went to Oxbridge?
What?
Never mind.
But no, I did a bit of research into it, right?
Go on.
And one of the things that they use
Yeah.
is I was out last night, did a 187.
Yeah.
That's the murder.
Yeah. But why use slang, right? Because apparently 187 is police slang.
Yeah.
Well, if you're
it's
gonna-
not slang, it's a code.
Well, don't use what the police know you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't think they do it with police around.
Do they not?
Probably not.
Carry on then.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Yeah.
I always remember the Cockney rhyming slang supposedly originated because, you know, East End villains or whatever would make up their own slang so that if they're overheard
Yeah.
in conversation, then they won't know what they're talking about. But just look it up in some kind of Cockney rhyming slang.
Yeah, I like that idea. I go, okay, where is he? Where's Fingers? Wow, copper. I'm going to tell you this. He's up the apples and pears.
Exactly.
Well, I don't know what that means.
I don't know
Well,
what that
leave the house then.
Yeah.
If you don't know that he's hiding up the apples and pears, you might as well shoot off.
Exactly. Well, I can't possibly figure that out, so I'll just have to shoot off.
Yeah, where was he last seen? He was last seen with his trouble and strife. I know what that means. Well, you might as well shoot off then. Yeah, it's a perfect code. Of course, though, talking about Shakespeare invented 1,200 words, and slang gets in, so there are more and more words, and slang soon becomes, you know, the norm. There's no not real words and real words, you know, do you know what I mean? They're just as valid if they're common parlance, so they all become part of the, or they fade away and they're not used because they're a fad.
Yeah, like waz up.
Yeah. That's probably in the dictionary. Yeah, or soon to be. I was reading, was it a couple of years ago, you're gonna like this not a lot.
Right.
Got into so popular things got in there. Imagine that.
Yeah. You're gonna like this not a lot.
Zig a zig I think got in or something. Oh no, girl power got in.
Right,
girl power as a common phrase.
Sorry, go on. No, you have to, you mean.
No, it's just that, with the slang thing, did I tell you I was trying to read that book about, the governor?
Oh, yes.
And that was full of that, and it had a page on the front that you had to keep going to when, you know what I mean, when he used a bit of slang, you had to sort of go, right, I don't know what he means.
Glossary.
Right. Just nip back, have a look.
I thought you meant, when you said there's a page at the front, I thought you meant the cover with his face on. I can't remember who I'm reading about. Oh, there he is.
Is this the book that you nearly finished reading, but you realised all the pages were in the wrong order?
No.
He bought a cheap book, right, at a second shop, started reading it, loving it, then he started reading about this bloke, and he went from jail to school, and then he looked at the page numbers, and they were all out of order.
How annoying is that?
You never read books, do you?
I never read one, right? And Suzanne, it was a weekend when we were going to Hastings because you two had done me head in, right? She said, I'm going to take you away so you relax and what have you. So, ended up not relaxing because it was like putting the jigsaw together. I'd started reading it on the train, thinking, loving this. It's a really interesting story about this fella who, you know, didn't have a great life as a kid, starts getting into a bit of crime, what have you, turns out to be the governor. But it wasn't as easy as that, because like you say, it started off at school, then he was in prison, and he's like, oh God, he started young. And then, next thing, he's like married, and he's like, hang on. He's like 12, and then he's had a heart attack, and then but I just thought it was part of the thing because I read chapter 1, and then it did say chapter 12, but I thought, right, it's like that sort of done in that stylish way that everyone's doing.
What kind of a biography?
Starts
messing with the medium.
I was born in the East End. Take one onion, add some. This is.
But it's the idea that an East End villain's going to write his autobiography, but think, I'm just going to play with the form a bit. I'm going to get quite postmodern with this.
No, but
he's barely able to write, probably.
Yeah,
oh, you can say that about him, Steve. I wouldn't. I think he's an educated man. Go on, next, Carl.
But yeah, just because it was like 2 for a tenner, that shouldn't be like. Oh well, you know, you got a good offer, so...
No, that's rare. I'm sure the bloke selling it did not know that the pages were out of order. Let's face it, Carl, you read it and didn't realise.
Yeah.
So you can't really blame him.
You got almost half the way through before you realised.
I know.
Yeah.
But anyway, you know.
Still, that'll teach you, and that's put you off books for life, hasn't it?
Well, I don't like getting into books now, I just read snippets of information.
Play record.
No, I was just going to tell you about a bit of information that I was reading.
Okay.
I can't... Will we play a record?
No, I've got time for a bit of drivel before we play next tune.
Well, I'd rather hear a tune and come back for drivel, because I think people are tuning in for drivel, so let's tease them.
Okay.
Let's have a record, then some absolute shite from Karl Pilkington.
Excellent. Look forward to that.
Longview and Further. I love that one. On XFM 104.9. Rick Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. Alright, Karl, what did you learn?
Right, like I say, I don't like reading books, there's too much to take in.
It's too much word.
I'm busy in that.
Yeah. I don't like reading books, actually, but go on.
So,
but I have done. So, go on.
Right, so, I was looking in this magazine, right, and it was more about, do you know, I'm not that impressed with Einstein and Newton and that lot.
No, why should you be? What have they ever done? Go on.
No, but, you know the fact, you see, the Columbus thing, he's another one, isn't he, who got a bit of praise for finding America.
Yeah.
And it's like, someone else would have come across that at some point.
Yeah.
Right? And yet, news this week, they've found 2 new types of frog, right? No one's making a fuss. And look how small they are, compared to what he bumped into. And that's what I'm saying. People make a big deal out of all these people who are finding stuff, right?
Yeah.
So, the next person...
I mean, my head's buzzing, but I can't be bothered. I actually can't be bothered. Don't think this reaction's a good reaction. I don't know where to start with this drivel, but carry on.
Right. So anyway, the next fella, who...
The next fella? See, I don't know. You talk in riddles.
The next fellow I'm going to talk about,
Go on, then.
Einstein.
Yeah.
Right, everyone raves about him all the time.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm trying to get into my head,
Yeah.
like, why is amazing and that.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So, did a bit of reading up on him in this science magazine.
Yeah.
Right? Now, I read it. It's only, I don't know, 200 words, whatever, trying to get across what he worked out. But I read it last night.
Is
I
it
was
relativity you're talking about?
like, yeah.
Well, so you say like I just made that word up.
Yeah.
You heard
that's, yeah.
That was
that's what
his
it was,
big-
yeah,
Okay, so the 200 words, as far as you recall,
So anyway, so I read it and I was like, I don't know what is going on about here, right? So Suzanne was with me. I said, can you read this? She said, I'm watching Sex and the City. Right? I said, right, but can you read it and explain to me what I don't understand here? She says, well, I don't understand it.
It's great. It's like she's thinking, I haven't got kids.
Yeah.
And yet he still wants me to help him with his homework and I'm watching telly.
Yeah.
I've been at work all
So
day.
she said, look, go in the bedroom and read it out loud to yourself. Maybe it'd make more sense if you read it out loud. Right? So I said, right, I'll go and do that then. It was good because it was cool in there anyway, right? So I went in there. So, reading it out, twice, went back and I said, I don't get it still. Right? So she said, right, wait 10 minutes and I'll sort it out. So I was sat there looking at it, trying to work it out before she had to look at it. I was like, no, forget this. Now, what he was saying is,
Yeah.
if you send a man to the moon,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
he was saying, to the fella in the rocket,
Yeah.
it would seem like 20 years to him.
Yeah, not the moon, but yeah.
No, it was, that's what it said the moon.
Well, it wouldn't, because it's only about...
No, but listen. So it took 20 years to the fella, yet people who are on the Earth, it would seem like 2000.
Yeah, because time is relative, not...
I don't... What do you mean?
right?
Well, listen, the fact is that it's tending towards the speed of light where it really makes a difference. They've even done it with atomic clocks where they've sent one up, even in Concorde, and it's like 0.01 of a second difference.
What is the watch?
Yes, yeah, because greater speeds.
But why does speed affect how a watch works?
Right, I don't think this is a conversation.
Because, look, speed is...
Sorry,
See what I mean, though?
Just
See
stop
what
for
I
a
mean,
moment.
Steve? See what I've done?
I don't think this is a conversation to be had on a Saturday afternoon on a radio show.
But I'm just saying, though, it's not me, is it?
It is you.
You went quiet, Steve.
No, because
you're having problems.
Because
there.
I'm not going to be able to explain it to you.
I will explain
in
to
a
you
light,
right.
frothy way.
It's speed equals basically velocity equals distance over time. When velocity doesn't change and nor does distance, time has to. That's his theory. Yeah.
We just got
What's your point then,
again.
Carl? What's your point?
I'm just saying.
Because you don't understand
what
it's
like-
worthless.
I was trying to explain to Newton that basically formulated the laws of the universe, the three laws of the universe. Even playing snooker, I'm trying to drop something. I was going, well, equal and opposite reaction and all these sort of stuff, right? And he was going, what did he do apart from the apple on his head with the gravity? And I went, well, what do you mean? And he went, well, why was it a problem? If we had been floating round,
yeah.
I'd have called him in. But since we're not, we don't need him.
Yeah.
That's what he said. Play a record. You're a buffoon.
So there's these two new kinds of frogs, you said.
You're joking. What? And a monkey had a hat. The monkey had a bicycle. I Believe in a Thing Called Love by The Darkness on XFM 104.9. Last show. Possibly the last ever show. It's up to the K-Man. Little Pilky. Baldy Pilky. Little Whingy. Dimmo Manco, as he's called, his Latin name, Dimmus Mancoid. All right, Carl? All right? You're going to miss this, aren't you?
Nope.
Good show, though? Enjoying the last show?
Yeah, it's all right, and I hope it gets better because Telegraph are listening today.
The Telegraph, the paper?
Yeah.
Why, are they? Why did you say that?
Just Jenny, the PR woman, said to me yesterday. She said, just do some good topics and that, so you don't have to worry there.
What they phoned up to say, hello, it's Telegraph here, we'll be listening tomorrow.
I don't know what they're doing.
Are they doing a review of it or something?
I don't know. Why would they do that? There's no reason to.
I'm a bit... why didn't you mention this earlier?
So
Telegraph have said, why would they call up to say we'll be listening? It's a free country.
Because they said they'll be listening, but also, can you make sure you record it? Because if we can't listen to it because of the pirate stations that are on at the weekend, because it affects our signal and stuff. Whoever's listening must listen and know there's a problem with pirates, and they said, can you...
Well, they're probably just doing a feature about radio shows or something then.
They're going to tear us to shreds.
They're going to...
I mean, listen to... Sorry, seriously, the drivel we've talked today. I mean, what are they going to make of it? That's a broadsheet newspaper.
I think I know what Monday's headline's going to be. I don't think it's going to be like, you know, they're going to forget about the power cuts. It's not going to be about, you know, the inquiry or terrorism or anything. It's going to be no more to knob news.
Yeah.
It's going to... They're going to love that.
I mean, seriously, I have a little bit of self-respect. And if I'd known something a quality newspaper was going to be listening, I wouldn't have turned up today. Because I mean, I'm an award winner, you know, and I'm a respected television writer, and I've, you know, won awards, sort of classy.
Don't worry though.
And
don't worry.
What have we talked about? Knobs. We've had the worst quiz on radio.
Yeah.
We've had you trying to explain relativity. You didn't even understand what that word meant.
I don't think you recognise the word. You read that article. You read that article 4 times, twice out loud, where you could hear Sex and the City music, right? And yet that word might have been like a confidence. You hadn't heard it before, so I don't know. Do you look between the lines? Do you actually look at the words?
No, there's too many words though.
The Telegraph are going to love that. Because there's loads of words. The Telegraph have got loads of words. I mean, there's covered with it, words.
Which way up do you hold the magazine when you read it?
No, but there is too many words.
I mean, because the people, are they upside down?
There's too many words. There is too many words in the world.
Do you know what this one means, right?
Go
This
on.
is one I learnt the other day. I think it's, Antediluvian.
No, what does that mean?
Old.
Sorry, how do you spell it?
Don't know.
Of course you don't.
Antediluvian.
No, I've never heard that word.
It means old. But the annoying thing is, it takes longer to say, and it's the fact that if you.
But where do you hear that word and in what context? And
someone told me about it. I was talking to someone about long words and that, because you mentioned something when we were out drinking, and I said to you, "Why did you say that then? What word does that mean?" And then you had to explain it, and I said, well, you didn't have to say that, you could have just said blah blah.
But can I say, Steve, I wasn't sort of trying to catch him out or being pretentious. It must have been just a normal word in my vocabulary that he didn't know.
Wait a minute, what, vocabulary pretentious? You've lost me.
You've lost, yeah. I'll tell you what.
You're scared by syllables.
Yeah.
No, it's just...
I'll tell you what, though. I was going to do a feature about this. It's funny you should say it. I was going to do a feature. My next feature I'd written down is how good the Telegraph is as a newspaper.
Yeah.
It's bloody brilliant.
I love it.
Because it's informative, it's impartial, it's research good. I think it's a lovely layout. The photography is brilliant.
Oh.
Do you know what? I like the bloody font. I love the bloody font.
Do you mind something else? I mean, you say it's sort of, you know, I mean, if there's any bias at all, I mean, there isn't because it's apolitical, but I bloody love the Tory party.
Let's not go into it, but I mean, I just like the Telegraph. I just like the journalism and the way
the size of the paper.
I like the way they're fair. They'd never like, you know, slag us off.
No. But also, I think it's because they understand that, you know, we don't really care, and so we can't be blamed for anything they hear on the radio.
No.
It's not really our fault. It's more sort of
anything we said that was like, you know, a bit nasty or stupid was probably sort of like some clever sort of ironic postmodern.
Satire.
Play a record.
Yeah.
Brilliant Telegraph.
It's very fairly priced, don't you think?
I think it's too cheap.
I know.
The cult there. She sells Sanctuary. On XFM 104.9, I'm Ricky Gervais with me, Stephen Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Now, if the Telegraph are listening, and they're you know, whoever it is, they're writing their article, and they're coming up with sort of words like cheap, smutty, lowbrow. Yeah. In our defence, could I just say that we're pandering to our listenership?
Yes.
You know, I mean, this station I mean, without exception, the people who work here, the executives, the DJs, are alcoholics, drug users, sex offenders.
Check the register.
You know, and we're trying to fit in with that for 2 hours a week. So we really have to sort of really bring it down.
Seriously dumbing down.
But if you want, we should do our
stuff.
We do our normals, like we talk about usually.
Tits.
Satire.
Satire is what you mean, political satire. Social and political satire.
Yeah.
If you listen any other week, that's what you would have heard.
Well, me and Steve are sort of like quite, you know, political and you know, Proust.
Oh,
I love him.
Oh, I wish he'd resign as governor of France.
Have you read Martin Amos's new novel?
I love it.
It's so
brilliant,
lovely.
It's very long.
Politics.
Though. I mean, what do you make of politics, Rick?
Sorry, I was just planning on going to the English National Opera tonight to see
to see
brilliant.
Tartuffe. Yeah, yeah.
Well, politics is brilliant. It's my favourite thing.
Say something satirical and comical about, say, John Prescott.
Oh, he's got... Stop eating pies, Prescott.
Oh, I wouldn't like to be him about now.
So that's the sort of
what do you
stuff.
make of George W. Bush? He's a bit stupid, isn't he?
Well, that's the dangerous thing. He's the most powerful man in the world, and I just think I hope he thinks about stuff he does first.
Oh, please.
So that's
sort of wise as well as comic.
I thought of something about Bush as well.
Go on.
But it's about his name and a woman's fanny.
Oh.
So I was going to bring those two
I
together.
think it's fine though. I don't think that. I think that's still quite highbrow because you've incorporated Bush,
Which meaning the president.
That means fanny as well.
So I think we're pleasing both.
We got both camps. Camp. That reminds me of something.
I know, yeah. So if you're listening to Telegraph,
Daily Telegraph. That is
brilliant.
the sort of thing we're
You're
capable
brilliant.
of. That's the sort of thing we're able to do.
Too many words for Carl. But what about some adverts?
I'd love to.
Buy the Telegraph. XFM. Black Rebel Motorcycle Club. Stop. On XFM 104.9. Well, if the Telegraph are listening, they'll be loving the music.
Oh, it's great music.
They'll be loving Knob News. Coming up, Telegraph, just keep listening because Monkey News is coming up. And should we do the results of Rockbusters, the worst quiz?
Best quiz.
Best quiz. On radio.
Do that shortly, although, probably you're thinking, Rick, isn't it time that we do our usual roundup of what's been happening in the news?
Yeah.
Which we always do every week.
Yeah.
We always do something. Basically, if you're listening and you're a new listener, say you work at a newspaper, we always try to be informative, just try and put stuff out there that just educates people, informs
What are you
people.
thinking? Well, I said Monkey News is coming up, but what have you got?
No, I was just looking on the net there and just found a couple of quite important news stories, probably worth mentioning. Policeman caught photographing. I don't know why it makes me laugh. It's just the phrasing, I suppose. It's a headline. Policeman caught photographing up woman's skirt.
No, he wasn't up there taking a picture of Big Ben. He wasn't going, can I just sit up here? I'm just going to take a picture of that seagull over there.
No.
He was facing the camera up a woman's skirt.
He was indeed.
Right.
A policeman in Japan is facing disciplinary measures after he was caught photographing up a woman's skirt with a hidden camera while on duty. The 42-year-old sergeant, who's not been named, used a digital camera to secretly snap the shots when the woman was reporting a stolen bicycle.
So he was actually
doing his proper job. He'd obviously thought to himself, I'll bring him a digital camera today. On the off chance a beautiful woman comes in to report a crime or robbery, I'll have it ready, I'll have it positioned, in such a way. But this is interesting. This is how he got caught. Okay? The woman became suspicious after she saw a flash go off.
brilliant.
I mean, this
Not a secret at all.
Sorry, did I just see your shoe? Your shoe just seemed to just spring into life there. It was light. There was light.
Yeah, I think I've had someone set fire to some magnesium that was on the end of it. It won't happen again.
Well, it's only you and I in here, and your shoe was just suddenly lit.
Why are you standing like that? Why is your shoe just sort of like between my feet?
There's no reason. This is how I always stand.
What did the bike look like? Flash? So, are you taking pictures of my family?
No. And no, I'm not. And you should be wearing knickers anyway.
Well, how do you know that?
What?
How did you know I'm not?
How did I know what?
I'm not wearing any...
I didn't know you. I don't know what you've got up there.
Well,
I don't know what it looks like, and there's no way I could. Of course, it would be roughly that conversation in Japanese.
I know, yeah.
You know, you just mentioned there about sort of no knickers and that.
Is this going to be your Auntie Nora?
No.
Right.
It's just, the last flat that I lived in, I always had a good view across the road and I could see, it was the hairy... There
was the hairy Chinese
not the hairy Chinese kid. He was just a Chinese kid, actually.
Yeah.
Running about.
Because that's rare, isn't it? Hairy Chinese kids are very rare, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's only one official sighting, isn't there? In one of those shit little magazines that you buy.
Yeah, he was running around in his underpants.
Sorry, you just swore ironically. I mean, I imagine if there's any newspapers listening, you did that because he's sort of jokey and...
Yeah, go on. Let's not swear.
And there was the old woman who didn't move. She was just sat there reading a book all the time.
Who we think possibly died and no one came round for weeks,
And now I've moved, right? And it was quiet for a bit. I always look at what view I'm getting, right? Looks across and it was just sort of empty, sort of flats ready for people to move in and that, right? Anyway, people are in there now, right? And they've put all the furniture in, but I haven't put any curtains up.
Oh.
Right. So anyway, I'm sort of washing up, just having a look out the window.
Yeah.
Right. Girl sort of wandering about, knickers on. Right?
With no knickers on?
You mean naked?
Knickers. Well, she had a bra on.
Right, okay.
But,
she was probably looking for a knickers.
So, I thought, And I don't know how long I was looking.
No.
Right? But anyway, she looks across.
Oh, God.
I think she spotted me.
Yeah.
I think, oh, God. I felt really bad.
Yeah.
I said to Suzanne,
Sorry, is this some sort of Peeping Tom confession while the Telegraph are listening?
I've no idea.
well, he's not, that's the thing though.
Peepington.
If I was peeping, she was peeping as well, because she was looking over. Works both ways, doesn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, all she could see of you was your bald head.
Yeah.
No, but
And your
this
hands
is it.
moving as you were washing up. And some white-looking substance frothing up.
Particularly stubborn stain on this glass.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Imagine that. Imagine if she looked across. I'm assuming your sink is lower than the window.
But didn't she just, just cover up or something? Or she looked back and go, oh, you're looking at my fanny?
Well, the thing I did,
What?
I thought, just sort of drop me boxer shorts. Because I
What?
thought, well, Suzanne said, what are you doing?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
No, just so they can see me cheeks of me.
What are you talking about?
No, because I thought, if she thinks I'm walking about in the nude as well, then we've both got something out of it.
Carl!
This sounds like a bad excuse in court.
I know.
This is
Or the plot of a film on Channel 5.
I mean, this is like the doctor who got done, right, for exposing himself to a patient and then painted that little thing that you look down their throat pink.
Yeah.
And going, this is what they saw.
yeah.
No, so sorry, you were looking at a woman dancing around naked, right? So the only thing you could do was immediately drop your boxer shorts.
So she looked across, saw you fully clothed, saw you took your boxers
No, she wouldn't have done, because it's sort of just the top half and the sink's at a side angle, so I was sort of looking out.
So
This
she
is
wouldn't have
genius.
so she wouldn't have seen your trousers then anyway.
No, she did. I moved in front of the window more.
So you then made them. You actually climbed in front of the window.
Oh, this is amazing!
So you climbed in front of the window to show off
No,
your
it wasn't
your naked
obvious.
lower half.
Suzanne said, what are you doing? And I
I
said,
bet she did.
What are you looking at?
I sent you in here to
What
clean up.
are you doing? I'm just taking my trousers down, stand over the window. Why? Because there's a naked woman across the road. What do you think I'm doing, Suzanne? I'm exposing myself while looking at some free fanny.
leave it.
What's up with you, Suzanne?
leave it then, leave it.
Christ.
Are we doing Rockbusters or what?
Yeah.
Oh, she sent you in there to read up on Einstein. She comes in and finds that.
Oh, brilliant!
Wait a minute, can I just check? A final question. What did the woman across the way... What happened? What was her
I didn't
reaction?
look again. I just thought you've seen a bit of action as well. We're both happy. Let's leave it.
Brilliant.
So were you waddling around like a penguin with your trousers around your ankle?
I just was walking about, and Suzanne said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'll explain to you in a bit, but don't look out the window because then it's
Excellent.
obvious."
Then he sees, she calls her husband to look at Carl walking around naked. He goes, oh, she's got a... Quick, Suzanne, get him out. There's only one with you can do. Get some more friends. They've gone one more.
Anyway,
Brilliant. Right, play a record and
So-
come back to Rockbusters. And Monkey News. We haven't got enough time to do Rockbusters. Oh, God almighty. Hanging around off Transformer. A little bit of Lou Reed. Nearly finished. 12 minutes until We Are No More. With
Don't
Gervais.
forget, Monkey News still to come.
Well, yeah, don't forget that. Monkey News still to come. But now the answers to Rockbusters. Right, do the clues.
all right. The first clue was this vegetable started its life down under. The initials were KO. That was Collie Osborne. All right, Collie Osborne. The second one was...
No. What are we letting that go?
Yep. We haven't got time, Rick.
Well, it's just not the word.
We haven't got time, Rick.
Also, cauliflowers don't start down under. They're on top. It's not like carrots.
No,
or
down under as in Osborne.
Osborne,
It was
born in Oz.
Osborne.
Right.
Collie. I thought you meant started. Her name's not
So-
Collie.
Right, the second one was the things that you normally find on the beach, right? They've been found floating around the moon. That's the space shells, right? Specials. We're going to just tweak it a bit.
This is rubbish. I mean, no, this isn't even funny though. I mean, they're no good at all.
Cryptic.
It's not
We always
cryptic. It's
say it's
wrong.
cryptic.
It's
We
not
always say it's
cryptic.
The last one was, well, if you put that many in the post, I'm surprised I didn't receive one.
Go on.
That's FC 50 cent. Right?
What?
50 cent. It was 50 cent. I didn't receive any, so who's...
Collie Osborne. Collie. Her name's not Collie. Her name is not Collie.
Doesn't matter.
Well
It doesn't matter.
Well done to Gina Ferry, who has emailed in. She's got all those answers right.
Just emailing your address and that. And,
Yeah, email that.
You're
in,
such
Gina.
an idiot, Carl.
As are you, Gina.
all right.
Loosen Your Hold by South. That's great. On XFM 104.9. Well, that's nearly it.
Rick, can I just say thanks to everyone who's emailed in over the weeks and months we've been on, because obviously we're too lazy to even send them a response or a reply, but we do appreciate
We do appreciate it. Same with all the letters and stuff that we can't.
Yeah, people send stuff in all the time and they say they like the show or they don't, or they contribute little ideas and stuff, and we do read them and we do appreciate it. It's just that we, when you've got someone like Karl Pilkington in the studio, you just need to pick his brain constantly, and you've got no real time for admin. But thank you for sending in all the nice letters and responses and stuff.
Well, finally, we should let people know that next week, for the foreseeable future, it's Adam and Joe.
Brilliant.
They were brilliant, and they're standing in for us this time next week.
Well, you say standing in, but possibly replacing full-time unless Karl
Possibly.
Pilkington decides to change his mind and come back. What do you think, Karl? You've enjoyed today's show, I know.
Yeah, it's been alright.
Yeah, you attempted to come back when we finally return?
Maybe a little rest to make you sort of like forget how annoying I am.
No,
Because
because then it'll
that
just-
is my secret weapon. Sometimes, you know, because it's the thing that you can fleece a sheep as many times as you want, but you can only skin it once.
Sure.
So what I do is sort of like, I fleece. I never actually completely lose a friend. I tease them and talk to them to the point where they're going to leave me, and I go, oh, anyway, how are you doing? They go, I'll sort of confuse them.
Yeah.
And that's what I've done with you today. And I think over the next couple of months, where I'm sort of nicer on the phone, I'm not squeezing your head, you'll go, he's all right, Rick. What?
Yeah,
and then I'll
and
get
then
you
I
back in
agree
it.
to it,
And then I'll
Yeah, exactly
absolutely rip you to pieces
I'll
again.
be dealing with.
So, but hopefully, and also, unlike a lot of my friends who are clever, I don't have to worry about you because you will forget. Because you've got you've got a tiny little intellect. And do you know what I mean?
You'll
Steve?
forget this conversation even took place.
Anyway, it's what everyone's been waiting for.
the
It's what
last
Karl
time.
exists for the last time. It's monkey news.
Play the jingle.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Right, are you familiar with 100th monkey?
Keep
The what?
talking.
100th monkey?
100th.
Yeah, like as in like, or more than 99.
100th.
Yeah.
The 100th monkey.
Yeah, are you familiar with that?
No.
No. Anyway, thanks. That was monkey
we'll
news.
leave that
Next
then.
week, Adam and Jet. What do you mean you're going to leave that?
Well, I thought it was a popular phrase or something.
What, 100th monkey?
Yeah.
What do you mean a popular phrase? What, why? What? Because you're going to do songs and phrases with it next week. We've said it once before, 100th monkey.
No, it's just, it says the expression 100th monkey.
Well, do
That's
it anyway.
where
What's the
comes from.
story?
Well, it's from the 1950s, right?
Right.
And the way they got it because they were following some monkeys about, right? And they started
Who was?
It was.
journalists
Oh, yeah, why?
Oh, yeah.
just to see what they're up to. You know?
Okay, so they're following some monkeys around, yeah.
What was it? What, a documentary?
Anyway, one of them
Come on!
Come on!
washed some potatoes.
Right, okay.
Right, let's leave that. Right, let's leave that one.
Come on!
A monkey washing potatoes?
Can we leave that one?
No, you cannot. It's
You've got to do it now. They're following a, what is it? Sort of like a family. Is it a family of monkeys or
it was just one chimp and it was washing a potato and they thought that's a bit odd, right?
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then
yeah.
it turns out that ended up teaching another monkey
Yeah.
how to wash a potato.
No, they do it. They go down and wash them in the sea because they like the taste of salt. And
The weird thing is though, when it got to the 100th monkey, right? Even though it hadn't been taught how to wash a potato,
Yeah.
it automatically knew. It knew what to do.
What do you
don't know what
mean?
you're talking
What do you
about.
mean?
It was in them. It was in them that they knew that when they get a potato, they had to wash it. That isn't the monkey news. I'm just saying that's where the expression comes from. But you haven't even heard of that. So
Well, there's a couple of things there that it could be another upshot, and you know, an instinct is part of your genetics as anything else.
Washing a potato.
But you can't pass on acquired characteristics, so that's nonsense. If you mean that someone was taught they had a child and it knew it, there's no chemical memory as such. In
That's what's
some
So
of
that
the-
wasn't even
That's what's
monkey
weird.
news?
No, the monkey news. You know, we've covered a lot of stuff. There was sad stuff, wasn't there?
Yeah.
There's some funny stuff in there. You know.
Yeah. Do monkey
Playing robbers
news.
and that. Football team.
A monkey football team?
Yeah, in Costa Rica.
Oh, yeah.
Got all the team members here, right?
Right.
All the different things. Little goalkeeper. Apparently he's on transfers from some other club. But the bit that got me attention is, apparently he's a holder of PhD of physics. Do you want to have a look at that,
What,
Steve?
the goalkeeper?
Yeah, just the goalkeeper. The others haven't done that much.
The others haven't done that much. Well, I believe that he's got better exam results than you, Karl, but I don't believe he's got a PhD in physics. Obviously,
Do you know what the name of the team is? Coconuts.
Oh! So if the Telegraph are listening, that is the sort of quality entertainment you get. Well, you don't anymore.
Let's just put a song on then.
Yeah, that's the end. Goodbye, everybody.
what do you
Have
wanna
a
leave?
have a lovely summer.
Yeah, have
the
a
rest
great
of
time.
it, and we might see you in October. We might not. It's up to Karl Pilkington.
Chances are
So
slim.
call 0207 766 6000. Ask for Karl Pilkington.
Or email him.
What's this?
Or
This is Tim Buckley to end with. I think you'll enjoy this. It's called Once I
Andrew
Was.
Phillips. Call Andrew Phillips.
See ya.